Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to Let's Talk Tuesday. How is everyone tonight? Now, I'm going to try something. Let's see if this works. I don't know how I'm going to like this. I'm totally going to take it off. I don't like it. It says something about show comments on stage. That is something new that I am just now seeing that StreamYard is doing. I'm gonna say hello to Paul Case. What's up, Paul Case? There is a Chris, Texas Raider. Hello, hello. There is Lori. Lori's prepping for heaven. Hello, hello. Um, wow, that is like really little, y'all. Do you see that? That is like really little. How am I supposed to see that? There's Rhonda Dodson. Hello, hello. There is Bowen. Hey, Bowen. What's up? What's up? Um, I don't know how I feel about that because that is really little. There is Judy. Hi, Judy. Now I can see when somebody pops in on the screen. That's fine, but wow, that is like really, really little. I don't know what it looks like on y'all's end, but I'm like, um, that's just a little bitty box. Let's see. Can't nobody read that, right, Bowen? I'm like, what is that about? Happy birthday, Trey. He ain't here, but anyway, yes, happy birthday, Trey. I don't know how I feel about that. So you know what? I'm gonna take that off because there ain't no way nobody can read that. I put y'all's comments on there anyway. Um, are you trying to tell me something? Oh, yeah, it was itty bitty. I'm like, how is anybody supposed to read that? Um, yeah, so I just took that off. I wanted to see what it looked like, but yeah. Not only is it Trey's birthday, but it we also celebrated Corbin's birthday today. Um, Corbin turned 3. So yeah, you have to put the live in full screen to see it. You need glasses? Yes, apparently for that. Did you see that? That is crazy. You want to see it, Christopher? This is crazy. So you see that little bitty box? Okay. Well, well, Lori says you have to put the live in full screen to see it, but if you don't, and I see the comments over here, that's how small it it puts it out. Thank you. Corbin may be here in the chat later. Uh I got thick old glasses and can't read it, so yeah, I'm gonna take it off. I just wanted to show Christopher. But yeah, we had so much fun today. Um Went to the zoo and then we went and took him to the park. Happy third birthday, little guy. Yeah, he does this number when he says 3. He does this number. How old are you gonna be? He said, or how old are you? And he says this number, not this. He does this. So yeah. Um, Ray Bowen Charles. Happy birthday, Trey. Happy birthday, Chris. There is Troy. Have I told you in the chat I'm growing attached to everyone, but I have no life? Oh, you have a life, brother. And we already miss you here. On Leonard Mountain Homestead. We miss you, guy. We had so much fun at the meetup. That was great. And speaking of meetup, and I know that it's months away, but you know what? You know how fast stuff happens. So we're going to talk about Pinecone Fest. That is October 10th through the 13th. Lake Cypress Springs Walleye Park in Mount Vernon, Texas. We're going to prepare for that. We are going to be there for that. When we get more information, like when they're going to cook stuff, what days we're cooking, then I'll put that information out there as well. If you want to watch the video for like all the information, watch Heard That with Julie and Randy. Let me see. Troy says goo goo gaga. There's Heather, Heaven's Fire. Hello, hello. Who has a meetup in deer season? That would be, you know, Julie and Randy. And it was fun last year. We went to Pinecone Fest last year, and it was amazing. I need to get all that info so I can make a banner. Yes, ma'am. I will send that to you. Um, and I just wrote down. There's Tina, Rainy Ridge. Let me see. I'm gonna leave that up there, and then you can write that down. Because that's the information that I have so far. And everybody, if y'all don't notice, Chris is not in the room right now. He's outside, but he will be in shortly. Um, they were talking about a taco bar on Saturday. Saturday and Sunday being breakfast. But it's still in the works on what's gonna happen. Where like what days is gonna be cooking. I think it'd be a good idea to do hot dogs and hamburgers on one day, just to, because they're not hard to do. It's very fast to get that all together. There's Palmetto Paratrooper. Hey, what's up? What's up? There's Beth. There is Hippie Cow. Yay. Homestead. I'm here just getting food. Hey, hey. He's going to be short. Don't do that to Chris. He'll be in shortly. He'll be in shortly. Yes. And let's see. Wow, there is my buddy, Back Road Freedom. Yes. I had a tough weekend. As everybody knows, I posted about it on Facebook. It was a year on Saturday of my daddy's passing, and we went to his gravesite, and then went back to my mama's house, and we cooked tacos and nachos, and did a few cupcakes for Moses because it was also Moses' birthday. And so, yeah, hard weekend, but we got through it. And then we celebrated Corbin's birthday today. So, yeah. Oh, Mount Vernon is much closer than I expected. 4 hours and 20 minutes. Hopefully we get to see more people there. Yeah. Let's see. He said, hi, Christopher. Let's see. Memorial Day is always hard for me. Tacos have a way of helping heal old wounds. Yeah. We didn't order anything. We didn't have something catered in. We wanted to be together as a family inside the kitchen and having laughs and crying it out together, and then more laughs. So yeah, there is Jeff, Rule 2IC. Hello, hello. There's Tim Mason. Hey. Let's see. Oh, there's Sister Evelyn. Hey, there's Off Grid World Lori. Hey, Lori. Evelyn is saying hello to everyone. Now, let's see. It has been a while since I seen my buddy Back Road Freedom inside the chat. And it's been a while since I've been on his life too. So I hope your life is going great for you. I haven't been on Facebook much, and I load my videos on, hoping they get some views and loading shorts. But in the meantime, I'm like dealing with this. I don't know, like I've had a lot of people ask me, because they knew what the week was, what the weekend was going to be. And so they've messaged me, and I appreciate that. I've just been put back in my, I don't know, this pushback on myself to be, close myself off, I guess. Let's see. I'm gonna Everybody's saying hi, Christopher.
Hello, everybody.
I'm just glad I only think about those guys a couple times a year now instead of every day. Aw. I think the healing properties in tacos is too often overlooked. There is Wanda Henry. Hey, hey, hey. Hi, Mama. There's my mama. She's in the chat. I see your sponsor has moved up to 3 cups. Congratulations. Yes, I have my QT cup. I have my red solo cup. And then I have my, you know, crazy chicken lady cup. Yes. But I just have tea, y'all. That's all I'm drinking. It's just sweet tea. Everybody's saying hi. We can't make Pinecone Fest. We'll be an hour. Okay, that's fine. Lori Carp, hello, hello. How are you? Let's see. Uh, Christopher missed you at meetup. Um, yeah, he stayed behind. He didn't go. Yep, he stayed home. I love you too, Sister Evelyn. I love you so much. There is Treasure Hunter Neil. Let's see. Life has been busy for me. I'm sorry to hear about the weekend. I'm glad you're getting through it. Yes, yes, sir. You got some sun, Amy? Yes, I did. I'm telling you, it was okay. So it has been rainy, but when the sun is out, everybody knows I've said it before. I'm in short sleeve, so yes, I did get some sun. Let's see who else is in here. Let's see. Everyone say she's saying hi to everyone. That is Dodge and Chris. It has been a while since we've seen each other and chatted. That is right. Missed you, buddy. Everybody's saying hi to Justin. Troy saying hi to my mama. Let's see. I appreciate everybody being here. I know there's other lives happening, and y'all choose to be here supporting Leonard Mountain Homestead, and that is awesome. That warms my heart that y'all take it, and y'all know what Tuesday nights is about. You come up, you have a good time. We can spend hours talking because it's like you're sitting together just on a screen. So yeah. Sorry everyone can't keep up with chat. Uh-oh. It's all right. Everybody knows that Lori Prepping for Heaven is here. You can get sunburnt pretty good when it's overcast too. Yeah. And I've been outside a lot lately. So, sun, what's that? All it's done here is rain. I'm telling you, I am so ready for this rain to be over with and gone so that it's not so muddy by my animals. The pigs are loving it though because they have mud. Who had the birthday on the 24th? That was Moses. Moses' birthday was on the 24th. He turned 24. But it was also a day that he wasn't looking at getting a birthday party because his grandfather passed on his birthday a year ago. So his birthdays now are just a reminder of that's the last day that, my daddy took his breath. It's been I've been outside in the rain wearing a poncho, digging irrigation ditches, and lol, it's easier when the ground is wet. There you go. That is right. The rain needs to be gone. I agree. That's my birthday. Well, happy birthday. Send the rain my way, please. We had some rain come through last night, possible later tonight. Well, I hope you get some. I hope you get some rain because we've had plenty and I'm ready for it to be gone. And, people say I'm ready for it to be gone. And then when it's hot, they're like, where's the rain? I need the rain here. Lori is old. She remembers when dirt was new. Troy. I complained to my wife that it doesn't rain enough in Oklahoma, and the next 2 months was a monsoon. I'm telling you, that's what I'm saying. People complain about, okay, I want the rain to be gone, and then when it's here, everybody's like, okay, we need the rain to come back. So I am gonna go ahead and start early. And I'm going to put the link. My seller needs a rest from the rain. Yep. She said, God heard you. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I was wondering who shared a birthday with. Yep, it was Moses. I'm going to go ahead and post this. I did not put this in subscriber mode only, y'all. I'm a rebel sometimes, I guess, or maybe I can just say that I forgot to put it in subscriber mode. So please look out in the chat and make sure that my chat stays without all the craziness that happens sometimes. Just saying. Let's see. And all you silent watchers, I love you too. You know who you are. Let's see. Rain finally done here. Sun coming. Fire ban start May 30th here. Still burning. Been burning for weeks. Should be able to get plants outside. I'm telling you, I want to get back out in my garden, get it all together and looking good. Wait, is that Justin? He actually came to a live? Yes, Jennifer. He came to a live. Let's see. You're just bougie. Admit it. I'm telling you. Hi, Scotty. If you live stream with the camera vertical, you'll get more traffic, but you'll also get a lot of more yes, I know. I will not do vertical ever. I will not do a vertical live. I know a lot of channels do vertical lives to get, more people in, but like you said, it gets a lot more trolls, and I would rather not. Hello, Adventure America. How are you, Troy? And Angela? Welcome in, welcome in. I know everybody's like, wow, a moderator's nightmare. Haven't you learned your lesson yet about not clicking subscriber? Yes, I know. But everything has been so good lately until the end. Like, it's like when I go hours and hours and hours, that's when the crazies show up. So, yeah. There's Ed, Whistle Stop Homestead. Hello, Ed. Welcome in, welcome in. Everybody saying hello to each other, doing good. That's awesome. And what Jennifer said, hit the like button. Make sure you're still subscribed, because I've had a lot of comments, people telling me that they had to hit the subscribe button again. And Wendy was one of them from Hardneck Farms, and she was like, yeah. Let's see. I get all kinds of messages. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get up here. Chris isn't in here just yet. She lets me in. That's the only troll she likes. Oh, I get it. I won't show my small children because some weirdo out there is going to see it. Let's see. There is Brian with the Vineyard Farmhouse. Hey, I just watched your video. I left a comment for you. Love it. So if y'all haven't checked out the latest video from the Vineyard Farmhouse, check him out. It was awesome. He spent some time here in Oklahoma, and we had lunch with him and Johnny. There is Ace. Hey, Ace. Sometimes the crazies slide in now. I had to resubscribe. Oh, man. I haven't been watching any lives for a while. It's okay. Life happens, Justin. And, sometimes you just can't catch all of them. There is Monty and Michelle just popping in to say hi while we grab a bite. Red Dirt Rooster Road. Hello, hello. I'm probably going to have to do, it was a great time. It was a great time. Everybody's saying hi to each other. I'm going to go ahead and do the copy and paste again. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to pin it to the top boop. Pin it to the top because I'm going to turn my phone down. It is good to see Justin in lives, right? My crazy comes with papers, LOL. I'm telling you, Chris will be in here in just a minute. I promise you, he'll be in here. Tuesdays, y'all, that it's me and him because Wednesdays he's not here all the time. So Tuesdays you get me and Chris. Let's see. I gotta find it. Okay, found it. Nope. I don't want to enter my own live. Pin message. Yay! Okay, let's see. What did I miss? What did I miss? Everybody's saying hi to each other. The crazy comes with, oh yeah, there you go. Good to see you in the lives. Let's see. Hello, Neil and Beth, if she's around. They said I have adjustment syndrome because I won't sit with my back to the door. Chris won't either. He has to be facing the door when we eat out anywhere, just so he can see everything. She's crocheting again. That's awesome. I know people that never deployed that won't sit with their back to the door. It's just security skills. Yep. So Chris is in shorts, videos, or pants. Well, he is in pants. Your papers are legalized, Barmedo, and are they forged? Yeah. He won't sit with his back towards the door. He just won't do it. I hope you filed a complaint to the website about their broken hashtag picker. It's been broken for about a year now. Hashtag won't let me win. Oh, Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer. Yep, that's called situational awareness. Chris talks about it all the time. So yeah. Did you get that written down for those who wanted that so that I can take that off if y'all want? What would y'all like to talk about tonight? Because hey, did y'all like my my picture I had for the live? That was pretty cool. Let's see. Everybody's still saying hi to each other. I like that. I like that. I have 27 people in here. That is awesome. I appreciate y'all. Let's see. Yep. Hey, Beth, keep crocheting and you're great. That's right. Whoop. I just got 29. 29 people in here. That's amazing. That's amazing. If y'all want that back, I will put that back up. I'm going to go ahead and hide it for a little bit. There's Sean. Let's trade paint. Hello, Sean. If y'all want to come up, just hit that link there. Come on up and let's chit chat. I think, okay. Thanks, Amy. I got it all now. That's awesome. Yep. Thumbs up, y'all. I don't see a wrench next to Monty and Michelle. I'm going to go ahead and add them as a moderator. That way, like I said, I don't have it. If y'all want to share some links, share some links. We met a few people, new people at the meetup this last time. And it's the Williamsons and let's see, TNT Homestead. Those are some awesome people. Y'all have to check them out. We met them because they were invited to the meetup by 3 Mississippi. And y'all, they are tearing it up on YouTube now. They've already hit 1K. That's amazing because we all know what it's like to try and get to that 1K. How hard it is. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Woohoo! Doing giveaways for Ozark in a couple. There is Fuzzy Adventures and more. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thank you for sharing that. Let's see, in a couple of weekends. Yep, I'm not going to that one. I will not be at Jan's. We just have so much going on. We are doing good. We are doing good. Thanks for asking. There's Peter, Old Man King Homestead. I'm still not at 1,000, and it's been a year. Well, Jennifer, I'm sorry you haven't hit your 1,000, but keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You know, we already hit 1,700. Now we're over 1,700, and that just surprises me because I didn't think that there would be that many people interested in seeing what we're doing. But y'all, this community is amazing at sharing everybody out. I love sharing people out. And if you still need help, with watch hours or trying to hit that 1,000, let me know. Send me a message. I'll share your channel out. I'll do that. I don't care how big or small you are. I really don't. I am normal person, y'all. I'm just on YouTube. I'm nobody special. I'm nobody famous. I'm just putting videos out there for my family to look back and say, "Hey, I did something," and my grandchildren get to see the stuff that we do. And if I've taught somebody something on my channel, hey, I did what I set out to do. Let's see. There is James Hall. Hey, James. Jennifer, we just hit 2 year and aren't at 1K. Close, but not there yet. Don't feel bad, Jennifer. I haven't hit 500. Y'all will get there. I'm telling you right now. Just keep going. If this is something you want to do, just keep going. Put your videos out there. That's all I can say. And I won't promote my page. I won't do it. I know a lot of people do the promotions. I won't do it. Day I spend money on promoting my page without people shouting me out or anything like that. If the day that I spend money to promote my page, I will end it. I won't do it. Did you see my short of the 6-foot man eating chicken? No. Lori's prepping for heaven. I have 214 subs. What? You keep going, girl. I love it. She's just my crazy daughter. Thanks, Mom. Thanks. Yeah, my main channel is at 1,500 followers now. I just need the watch hours. All right. I'm not a normal person, LOL. There's Midway Farms. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. I got excited about buying a hose, stainless steel hose caddy. Hey, I would, isn't it funny how we get all excited about something new? Whether it be a can opener or just something new to put in the kitchen or to use on the homestead, water hose, stuff like that. Yeah, life, right? This channel is about at 100 followers now. Define normal. Did I say I was normal? I'm just saying, like,
no.
He said no. There he is.
Just no.
That's not normal if you ask me. Evelyn is saying hi to my mom. Everybody's saying hi. What's normal? Well, I'm normal. I'm normal. We didn't need Mom to tell us, right? Everybody knows I'm crazy. Normal is a setting on a dryer. There you go. Yep. Not normal. Regular. I'm a regular person. Yeah, there you go. Be right back. Need to walk and feed the Ethan and her sisters. What's up, Chris? There you go. There's back to good. Hi, Rachel.
And
Oh gosh, what is her husband's name?
dun dun dun.
Oh gosh, I just know. I always say Rachel. Yes, Sean. Yes.
Wasn't very.
Hello back to everyone.
Tactical.
I'm switching over to the big TV. All right. But every time I see Back to Good, I see Rachel. I always say hi to Rachel. So yeah. Everybody's saying hi to my mama. So yeah. Well, you missed about 30 minutes. Yeah.
We got 3 hours left, so
no. No.
it's whatever.
No. We're not doing 3 hours. We're not. But I did thank everybody because we do have 29 people here. There are some silent watchers, and I said that I appreciate them being here and watching.
Lurking.
Yeah, they're lurking.
Love me some lurkers.
Yes, love me some lurkers. Right? Love me some lurkers.
Yeah, you don't have to be involved. You just can if you want to be. I ain't gonna make nobody. I'm not a people person, so I know how it feels to not want to just jump in with a bunch of people, even people I like. Sometimes I don't want to deal with people, so I get it. Lurk away. I don't care.
I gave up for the night when I realized it was too dark a song for my channel. Oh, I cannot believe that just happened. Did y'all see what just happened?
It's a little early for that, ain't it?
Yes, it is. Somebody's having fun.
Right?
Golly.
That man knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, he's done with school and stuff, so he gets to.
Where's the sidekick, Corbin? He is at home. He's at home.
But I did see him today.
But we did see him today. I did tell him that we saw him today. Chris didn't get to go to the zoo with us, but he met us afterwards, and we went to the park. And we had some fun there. Good evening, Chris. There you go. We're not doing 3 hours. We all know that means 5 years. Your words mean nothing, Amy. I'm way more likely to jump in the middle of the conversation in a chat box than in person.
Yeah.
I am human and I need to be loved just like everyone else does. It's way too early for that, Amy. Right. I know. I was like, did you see what just happened? Like, I can't believe it just happened. Mr. Leonard, howdy. Mama saying hi to everybody. 5 hours. No, not 5 hours. Nope. 3 hours is actually 4. Oh, I may take a nap and come back later. 5 hours? I'm not doing 5 hours, Paul. Yeah, not doing 5 hours. I did tell him I made a banner for Pinecone Fest and put that up there. Talked about it for a little bit, but I told him that I put the information that I knew already, and then when I get more, come when they start planning more, then we'll get more information there. But I did put the date that they are talking about it and where it's going to be, and it is Lake Cypress Springs Walleye Park, Mount Vernon, Texas. Yup. Sup, Goo Goo, Home Slice, Gaga. Oh, if y'all don't know what that means, I'm telling you right now, Corbin loves to say when he thinks he is in charge, he is the boss. If you have seen Boss Baby, if you haven't seen Boss Baby, that is something that Boss Baby says is goo goo gaga. And so says it when he thinks he is in charge. I really need to commit to a day and time for lives just do pop-ups once in a while. Yes, there is. I don't care. Yeah. Um, you know what? Just jump on it. Pick a time, like you said, and commit to it. Um, when we first started, we were like, okay, we didn't want to step on anybody's toes.
Well, I did, but you wouldn't let me.
We didn't want to step on anybody's toes. We wanted to be, where it wasn't interfering with anybody. So we chose Tuesdays at 8 o'clock, and we kept it that way. And I don't think we'll change that. I think we'll keep that because we have a lot of people who show up to our lives, and that's cool.
Civility is boring.
That's when everything's winding down. The kids are, well, now it's summertime, but Chris is off of work. He gets to do what he needs to do for a little bit, and then we sit down and we spend time with you guys. So 8 o'clock.
That's what I was doing out here.
Yeah. I don't care either. This is interfering with my life in a good way. Aw, thanks, Paul. I'm on mountain time, so it's difficult. Yeah. But so, I mean, that's just our time, and everybody knew that was our time, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time.
And they kind of lose their stuff when we don't go live.
I know they do. They y'all have put me in my place and like, okay, listen, what is going on? Why are you not having a live?
Which just reinforces what I've said for a long time.
What is that?
And I'll say it to them, not you.
Okay.
There's something wrong with y'all.
He said there's something wrong with y'all. Oh, sup, Chris? That's what James Hall said. Plus, it gives me a chance to eat Oreos with milk. There you go. Are you gonna jump up on panel today, Paul Case?
He didn't last time.
No, he did last time. Well, it was the time before that.
That one time.
Yeah, that one time. He didn't.
You remember that there one time?
Yeah, remember that one? Yeah, that one time. Yeah. But yeah, I don't jump. He says I don't jump. Oh man. So what was y'all's weekend like? I can't run either. What's a life? I'm married. Looks around for frying pans. Oh, that was sweet, Paul.
That stuff anyway.
Was that really Anita that snuck in while you were in the fridge? Yeah. Let's see. There is Cassie's Kitchen Creations. Hello, welcome in. Y'all, this community is awesome. Like, I appreciate the messages and everything. All the emails that we get. People checking up on people, and I don't ask for that. I don't ask for that, but there's people who step in and be like, okay, listen, are you okay? No. Do you need anything?
We're not okay.
He said, no, we're not okay. No, we're not okay. But yeah, I love it. I love it. So I think someone owes a certain for advertisement. What is that? Royalties? What is that other one? Royalties for advertisement.
Waitress.
Oh, waitress. I need to be editing, but would rather be here. Aw, that's sweet.
That's the first people to ever interview us.
Yeah, they were the first people to interview us. That's right. Monty and Michelle were the first person to interview us.
And just like the first, they were gentle.
They were gentle. Okay. I feel bad that I can't watch a lot because I use data, so I try hop to different channels. That is okay. There's always room for replay.
Who feels bad?
Lori at Off Grid World.
Yeah, well, don't.
Yeah, you don't have to feel bad.
We ain't doing nothing here worth watching anyway. So, I mean. You do you.
Oh my goodness,
Don't
he is on something right now.
and don't feel bad for nothing.
I know.
Especially me, because yeah, just don't.
I still can't believe no one got that guy on video. I don't care. I know.
Yeah,
It all happened so quick though. Like,
yeah, and a bunch of YouTubers with no cameras.
yeah,
What is
bunch
that
of
about?
YouTubers with no cameras and
Well,
nobody got
YouTube
that.
gets
Like, what?
Nobody got a camera, really?
Even replays take data for me. Aw, it's all right. Watch when you can watch and leave us a, you know, a like and a comment. You know.
You're gonna hold that cup in front of your mouth for
Yeah,
27 minutes?
I am. Mhm.
Cool.
Yep. Let's see. Whew.
Yeah.
Oof.
Because it's hot in here.
It is not hot in
Oh,
here.
I beg.
Thinking
I
about getting
beg to differ.
Starlink. See, we don't have
There
Starlink.
you
We
go.
have.
I've heard.
I've heard a lot
I've
of things.
heard positive about it.
Red Solo Cup.
Because I
I
mean,
fill you up.
it's. I've heard quality things about it.
Yeah,
Just saying.
we have. What is it? We have
EchoLink.
EchoLink. That's what we have.
Just the name of the company.
Yes, the name of the company.
Fiber optic.
Yeah, fiber optic
What it
is what we have. And
it does all right, but it doesn't do all right when our electric doesn't have any go juice because somebody hit a wire or it rained or some other stupidity.
Every time it rains, it's almost like our power shuts off. And
no, it's not almost like it is. That's what it does.
Not every time it rains, but there's times where
Here lately,
yes, it has been where if it rains.
Oh, it was stupid as crap the other day. It stormed all night, the internet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, what was it, 8:30 in the morning after the rain clears off and heads for Arkansas, and we start getting decent looking skies. I mean, it was still cloudy, but it wasn't raining. And then the power goes off.
Yeah.
Like, throughout the storm, we were fine, but as soon as the storm clears, it's like, oh, crap, I missed my mark, and it went out. Like, really? The storm's over.
Yeah, the storm's over. Well, what is going on? Like, yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Not just ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yes.
It's ridiculous all over again.
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous all over again, like he says. Yup.
Oh, I retired today.
You retired today.
Yep.
You retired today.
Yep.
YouTube is doing their crazy thing right now. Like we were at 1727 and now it's like 1723. It's all right. YouTube is crazy.
4 people came to their senses.
No. Stop. Yeah, he really does love our channel. Everybody's gonna like, okay, he doesn't like it, so we're just gonna leave.
If he don't like it,
if he don't like it, why do we have to be here?
You had to be. Again, there's something wrong with
y'all. We still have power when all the neighbors' power goes out. He was talking about we need to get a generator or something, or he really wants to do solar. So yeah. I lost more than 4 followers at church camp 1 year. I lost subscribers for talking about Jesus. Oh, Lord. Yep. Oh, there I go. I said, oh, Lord. There goes another 3. Oh, man. Y'all. I enjoyed laughing. Laughter is good for the soul, right? That's what they say.
Laughter is good medicine.
Laughter is good medicine. Let's see. Haven't done this in a little bit, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it for 30 minutes. Whoop.
What?
I'm going to make it fun.
Oh, you're talking about your little whatchamathingy?
Yeah, my whatchamathingy.
Oh, Scotty's out of here. You done run Scotty off.
Oh,
Right?
come back, Scotty.
Evelyn's
I'm
right.
so
Evelyn's
lonely.
right.
If I lose subs because I talk about Jesus, see ya. That's right. That's right.
Good riddance, bad rubbish.
And it's okay. If you don't like what we post, you don't have to hit the subscribe button. I'm not going to force you to
But
be
you
here.
could go on
And
there
I'm
and
not going to
leave
pay you to
hateful
be here.
comments because that's still traction.
Yeah, if I left the hateful comments, we haven't had any in a long time, but if we did, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of people out there that if they seen that in the comments, they would go after that person. So, yeah. Not a follower of Jesus. I'm sorry. You might want to rethink that choice. Let's see. Jesus is Lord of Lord and King of Kings. That's right. Hi, Avid. Oh, look, he looks like he's so ready.
So sad.
You look so ready to just be on panel.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Have you been?
Yeah, I've been drier, but after 3 years of moderate to severe drought, I'm like, hey, there's these things in the road that I don't know how to deal with. Puddles.
Corbin today at the zoo, they had puddles on the sidewalks, and guess where he wanted to walk?
Mhm.
In every puddle. Yep. And Amaria was hilarious because every time we go by something, what's that? She's talking more and more too.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I don't know. It's real spotty. It was like my county and one county south of us had a severe drought and nobody noticed. When we have to go to feeding cows hay in August, it ain't good. But last year was better. This year's shaping up better. It's looking good.
Nice.
The only problem is we usually get them no cooling calls at work starting in April, early May. And it's coming on 1st of June, and they have yet to pick up, and it is not bueno for our bottom line. It's all.
Yeah.
I need people to start calling about the AC not working.
Give it a week.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Well, we got a week or so of it, and we thought, sweet, it finally hit. Summer's here, woohoo, let's go, hit the ground running. And then the very next week, it was 70 and raining every day that week, and it's like the phone's just stop.
I don't know if we made it above 60 today. I wore my sweatshirt a big part of the day.
Faith was wearing, well, that's Faith. I'm just going to say Faith. She wore a sweatshirt today.
She wore my long sleeve the other day. She came in here and stole my stuff. dadsclothes.com, she says.
There might have been more, and I just didn't notice. Oh, there's Rusty Garage and Homestead on your side. Hello.
That's Mike. Hey, Mike.
I won't be staying long. 3:30 a.m. comes early.
Ain't no way to live.
There's one of those in the morning.
Right? I only knew about the one. I mean, I don't make any less or more money based on the calls we get, but
helps if they're spread out a little, doesn't it?
Well, not just that. I get paid hourly still, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna make my 40 whether the phone's ring or not. But my boss kind of likes it when we think of the company kind of like we're invested in it and we care whether the phones are ringing because it matters to him. It don't really super matter to me because, like I said, I'm gonna get paid.
He gets paid no matter how many jobs he gets.
I understand his side of it. I've ran a company before. It when you're sitting there looking at the phone, praying it rings, it's kind of unnerving.
We're Palmetto paratroopers in Northeast Oklahoma.
Yep.
Where's your town? My closest Oklahoma town is Quapaw, but I actually live right on the Missouri-Oklahoma state line, just 3.5 miles south of the state of Kansas. So I'm right in the corner. My silly, uh, we used to get our mail out of Galena, Kansas. We lived in Oklahoma, went to school at Quapaw, and have a Miami phone number. That's how that all works.
Mm-hmm.
And we were closer to Seneca, Missouri than any other town. So
We have several goals, Avid, here on the homestead.
No, you're talking about your goal.
I know I put a goal and I said homestead happenings because we need to get this side going over here for more rooms.
Oh, it's going. It needs to keep going.
It needs to keep going. Okay. So there's several things that we need to happen here on the homestead. So that's why I said homestead happenings, because I mean, there's just so much that we need to get done. And so I put a goal on there. I haven't done that in a little bit. So I decided to put a goal. So
Cool.
I can't put a number on it because everybody knows lumber's expensive. The nails, the screws, or whatever you're going to use, I don't know the terminology. That just costs horrendously. And I would rather, I know everybody wants me to have my kitchen and we want to build it. That's fine. I understand that, but this comes first before my kitchen. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is.
You know.
No, explain it some more. We got time. You still got 4 hours and 2 minutes.
You got 8 minutes before you even hit your first hour. Come on.
I'm on the border of Cherokee, Delaware, and Adair counties. My address says Proctor, but that's half hour away.
I kind of know where you're at.
Just making a comment to show
support. My friend Lori. Lori and I got in a name battle the first time I got on and played Kahoot on Dale's deal. And I couldn't figure out a name that Dale didn't get confused and make it Lori's name or read hers like it was mine or whatever.
There's Musgrave Family Farm. Hello, hello.
Hi, Heather.
Thank God we have a meal.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I always find a use for some wood. Sometimes I help some other people out with that stuff.
And everybody keeps asking about Chris's truck. Chris's truck is still in the shop. Y'all, that takes funds too. So, yes. Everybody wants to see the beast. I want to see the beast back here on the homestead. But parts and everything costs money. So, there's a lot of homestead happenings here, and they can't.
Diesels cost more to work on than regular.
Yes. So far, right now, what they've worked on, it is 538.
No, it's 400 and something.
400.
It's just under 5.
Oh, I thought it was 500.
No, I rounded it up to 5 because it makes me more depressed.
Oh my gosh, it's like 500, 400 something.
Four something.
Takes too long to say 499.99.
I thought it was 500 and something. I could have swore it said 500 and something. But anyways, his diesel needed fixed, so they threw the parts on it. Not threw it, but they fixed it. But that takes.
There's still one more thing that it needs fixed.
Yeah.
It's got a leak in the intercooler. Yay.
Lovely.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have it home on the homestead than sitting in the back of the shop where they have it. Because y'all were talking about it, I realized I hit 1,000 subs in 2016 and haven't hit 2,000 yet. Ooh, you'll get there. Just keep consistent.
That's what I lack in this YouTube thing. Consistency. I get the bad attitude that everybody's already seen everything I do because my whole farm is just do it over again and over. It's just like going to school. I'm still trying to get it right, because if you don't get it right, you get to do it over and over and over. It's just a little longer turnaround when it's once a year or like logging. I mean, how many times can you be impressed when a tree hits the ground?
Right.
I stopped making content for that whole time. Oof. And some people, life happens, so they have to stop filming. So that's understandable. Some of the channels I used to be in, small live chats with like this, have over 400K subs. I know there's some people out there that are, I started sharing them out and had just, met them, and now they're almost 7K. So it's like, whew, okay. But it's okay. The baby beast wants to meet Papa Beast. If you know. There's Jesse and Lisa. Hey. But see, they love seeing the cows. That's
Right
what
now you don't see near as much of the cows because the grass has grown up so tall. It looks like my calves are no legs.
Oh no. That's what I kept saying. I said if this rain would stop, I could get some yard work done, but I can't because it's rained so much. Like you can't even see my garden right now because it is.
Well, I have an incredibly terrible story about my yard. I spent a lot of money on it before I knew I was going to build a house here, and it cost me like $1,600 just to get things like they needed to be. And then 15, almost 20 years later, we built a house here. And so since the only thing I bought was creek gravel and had it all hauled in here so they could turn around semis in front of where my house is now, I don't have a yard. It's the best thing ever. I have one little strip of grass, and if I could figure out how to permanently kill it, I'd have it made, Chris. It just grows up right at the edge of the porch. And I have to weed eat that about twice a year. I'm a man's man. Y'all, I know you don't think it's true, but I got it going on when it comes to a yard. I have the ultimate man yard. Yeah, teaches kids to be tough. If my grandkids come here and are like going to play in the yard and play ball, they're going to toughen up. Won't be none of this mamby-pamby twisted my ankle stuff or I got scraped when I fell, because they'll come in and are like, this rock did it to me.
The rock was there first.
I'm like, you better not have hurt that rock. Go put it back in the hole where it was. Oh, Gingy said she sent me something. Did I see that?
Oh, hold on. I hadn't got there yet. Hold on.
You missed it.
We just had a new calf today. I'm behind on chat. Sorry.
She was talking like she was going to send me her flip-flop to trade for an ink pen. I don't have an ink pen no more. I give them
Oh, man. It's going so far, so good. Still working on switching to a different agency, better pay, and hopefully. Oh, so somebody asked her about her new job. And there's Ginger. You saw Ginger before I saw Ginger.
I didn't give her my address, so she's got some of them cheating ways of finding things out, and I know who it is. But that's
grass problems. Get you some goats. They said
they'd starve to death in my yard.
I know how to get rid of that one strip of grass.
Oh yeah,
diesel.
Yeah, for a year maybe. Who wants to walk through a strip of diesel or use motor oil to get into their house? You do? Maybe it caused the ticks to fall off or whatever. I don't
I
know.
love the smell of diesel. Got no problem with it.
Maybe.
I get enough of that. Hey, y'all ain't gonna believe this. I was making firewood today. Yeah, after all that last winter, people are already thinking about firewood for next year. I had a guy that wanted a load.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'll make you some.
Oh, she got one of your pins. Some wonderful people snatched me up one from the meetup.
Oh.
So got a pin.
Wonder who that might have been. The address leakers.
The address leakers. I tore up some
Hey,
carpet out of my house and used it to kill a section of tall grass.
that works sometimes. I'll tell you what really works is before you put down the rock, put plastic under it, and that'll keep it from growing up. However, I have a dump dog. His name is Sam. He's very athletic. He can stand flat footed and jump up on a 5 foot tall round bale of hay. He's aggravating. He likes to dig holes underneath my pickup truck because it's in the shade. So then I have to keep parking in the same spot and the holes get bigger until I finally get aggravated and go get the loader and scrape it all out nice and smooth again. And that kind of coincides with when the grass gets too tall, I can kind of mash it down, and you get the idea.
Yeah.
So, or
Yeah.
if the drip off the front of the house gets to where the car has to make too much of a bump to get in the garage, that's kind of one of those.
I got some calluses if you would like some of those, Paul.
I don't have to have hard yard work to get calluses. I got them anyway.
Oh man.
Thank you,
Yep,
though,
we're working
Ginger.
on firewood already. Still don't have a stockpile. We're too busy building the cabin. Cutting trees in the winter so bad.
Well, I've got a buddy that helps me, and of course he's doing it for pay, and I'm doing it for less pay, but it works pretty good. And we cut them year round, but sometimes we quit by noon. We've had it when it gets 100 during the day that we'll go try to get started at 6 and quit by 10 or 11 o'clock and go home. And you're still soaked in sweat. You can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
Ginger needs a new post hole pounder.
Well, one that she can drive 10-foot tall posts from on the ground with. Did you see her video standing on the back of a 4-wheeler driving a T-post because it was way up above her head?
No, I haven't seen that one.
I think it was on a short, but I'm like, yeah, well, good thing that 4-wheeler was there for you to stand on, you know.
I mean, did it get the job done though?
She got it done.
There you go.
Yeah, and
Got it done.
The only thing I can think is, I know Maggie wasn't there, so Joe's standing over there videoing this, and I'm like, Joe, I thought your name was Joe Fix It For You, not Joe, I'll watch you fix it and video it for you. Joe, he's such a good video man, isn't he, Ginger? She probably could come on here and say, no, he wasn't even around.
She said that was in the rain too.
It was in the rain too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, add a level of difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palmetto Paratrooper says, I bought a gas-powered T-post driver and I'm kind of scared to use it in this rocky ground.
My son bought one of them and we never have got to use it. He thinks it's so heavy we'd have to use a skid loader to carry it around and put it on the post and pick it off. But I don't know.
Oh, her son filmed it.
Ooh. Gingy's got help we didn't know nothing about. Good for you. Get them all involved.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's heavy as heck. I'm kind of wanting to fix my truck so I can stand on the tailgate. LOL.
Hey, I watched my dad drive some 2.5-inch pipe in the ground for posts while he was standing on the tailgate of the dump truck because they were that tall and he didn't want to cut them off. And we had sharpened, cut, and pointed and welded back together the end of the post. And by the time he got done and got it in the ground a little over 2 foot, like the top 6 inches of it maybe was all mushroomed out and needed cut off anyway. Look at there. There's Lynn the Okie.
Yep. Lynn the Farm Okie. Or Lynn Farm Okie. I know. I'm used to seeing. Is that still Lynn the Okie Dokie? Or did she change her name again?
She's got three channels.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you don't know is that her son filmed her without Ginger knowing so he could prove to Joey that she can work like a man.
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, man. Yeah. I use my kids to film if I'm like, okay, I got to get something done. So yeah. When he does stuff on the homestead and I've got to do something else, I'll just put my phone out there on the tripod and let the tripod film.
Well, Lori, I've been busier than a one-thumbed man in a pinochle contest. I'm quite a thumb wrestler. You can laugh. I don't care.
Lori, my dad used to say that, and he finally told me what that referred to one day, and it cracked me up. Red Dirt Rooster Road is saying hello to Jesse and Lisa. Yep. Everybody, silly Paul. Where's Miss Anita?
She's in her room.
You sent her to a room, huh?
She does a lot of crafting stuff. You guys know that. She has been doing a tutorial sometimes with somebody else, and I don't know what platform she's on. She won't tell me nothing about it because she's afraid I'll go watch it, and I ain't got no interest in that. I'll be like that Heather Land. I'd rather sit in line behind 37 women buying all their groceries at Walmart to get car parts than to tune in. But anyway, you got the idea. Chris sure ain't saying nothing.
Busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest.
Mm-hmm.
Thumb wrestling reminds me of slap bracelets and pogs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Silly. Oh, I don't think I missed anybody's comment up here.
You're going to miss the new ones because
I am. I'm going to
Let's
miss.
go all the way to the top.
Yes. Uh-oh. Jennifer said car part talk already.
What you mean already? We're an hour in. This is hour 2.
We're in hour 2 now.
You know you love it.
Yes.
We were actually we haven't talked about car parts. I was talking about waiting in line behind women that was buying tons of groceries and carrying coupons. That's another one. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
And, this one here is good till Friday.
Listen, those people that coupon like on a daily, that is something else. They are something else. They get stuff for a penny. I'm like, what? How did you do that? I don't get it.
Well,
but
it's not that they got stuff for a penny. It works out to that.
Yes.
Because they got so much extra crap that if they had paid for all of it, it would have been next to nothing. Like, I've seen them come out of there with like 8 or 9 of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's all in how you tweak the system.
A penny saved is a penny earned.
Who
She
said
said
that?
this, my sister Cindy. Off-grid world.
No, they're not.
Lori.
She's not the first one. Who said that? Do you remember?
2 hours. That's just the pre-live.
No, we was actually talking about Anita being in there in her craft room making all kinds of sparkly stuff. She bedazzled one of those tumblers with that diamond art stuff. And I'm like, disco ball, babe. Just spin it in front of a light and we'll dance, you know?
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh, my little laptop computer is fixing to go crazy. It does this. I don't know if you'd notice it's flashing. It goes from dim to light, and it does it worse when I move it. And it goes all crazy. And I'm gonna continue to use it until it gives up the ghost completely. But last time I bought a new one, probably been a couple years ago, and I had it 3 days, and I don't remember what happened, but it got broke completely, really bad, like it fell off my chair or something. And like, well, that was fun. Let's go do that again.
It's the disco ball messing with your computer.
No, the disco ball's all the way in that room over there where there ain't no light hardly.
Palmetto Paratrooper says I hadn't had to buy shampoo or toothpaste in about a decade. I'm only just now about to run out. Golly. I'm telling you, they got walls and walls of shampoo and toilet paper and paper towels and good Lord. I'm just like, I don't think I got the time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for
Ain't nobody got time for that except for those couponers.
I seen a picture. I have no idea if it's true or not, but it sure enough looked like the same lady. Do you remember the little lady that made that popular? Her name, they called her Sweet Brown. And she'd been in a house fire. And her apartment complex had caught on fire. And she goes, I went outside and it smelled like somebody was barbecuing. And then we realized the whole place is on fire. And I didn't grab my coat or my shoes or nothing. And I ran out of there. But I got that smoke in my lungs. And now they say I got the bronchitis. Ain't nobody got no time for that. And that was what she said on her interview or something about like that. And wonder what, that's been 10, 12 years ago. Wonder where she's at now. Well, it showed a picture. She's off drugs, doing real good, a whole bunch of other stuff. Cleaned up pretty nice. I doubt if she got any royalties for saying, ain't nobody got no time
for that. I know. Yeah, it made its rounds. It's still,
still going. Yeah,
it's still going.
It's still going. But don't you just love when the news, they always interview that one person.
Oh, yeah.
That ain't ready. That don't need to be.
Oh, no, they're ready. They've been living their whole life waiting for that moment in time, but that don't mean that they need to be picked.
Yeah. Happens every time.
Jeff Foxworthy had a joke about that.
I think
every time there's a tornado,
and so it's redneck.
They find the worst redneck in the entire county to interview.
Sound like a freight train.
And he said that it had to, and it was a flood that had happened during the tornado, I guess, or whatever. And they found the worst redneck in town, and it was with his wife's brother, Lonnie. And he's walking chest deep in water down Main Street holding an umbrella.
Well, I wouldn't want to get wet.
He said he looked over at his wife and goes, that's your bloodline walking down the street right there.
Okay, you want to know what he's talking about? if you didn't see anything about it, Dale and Lisa and Anita and I and uh, Tina and Eric and Jesse went to eat chicken. There's several fried chicken places up at Pittsburgh, and we went to eat chicken. And I was a guest on Tina and Eric's live, and they gave us this. They called it a cutting board, but I ain't going to use it for nothing like that. Ain't that beautiful?
That's nice. I
This
like that.
this is all epoxy. It's a piece of walnut wood in the middle of it, and it's that way on the back too.
I bet that's not a cutting board.
I thought it was a coaster for my giant size cup at first.
No, it's probably not a cutting board because you're not supposed to cut on epoxy.
No, you maybe a serving board or something like
It's
that.
probably a serving board because you're not supposed
They
to.
didn't call it anything. They just handed it here and said, "Hey, would you like to have this? We made it for you." And I'm like, "Yes, that's beautiful." And so, thank you to Tina and Eric. She had and they made Dale and Lisa one as well, but theirs doesn't say Paul Case Farms on it. Use your imagination. And she made a 30-minute video on making those. She spent off and on several days working on those. So thanks. You're right. It's beautiful.
That is beautiful. I liked it. I saw it.
I still like it.
Yeah. The charcuterie board.
It's a get out of my sight frisbee.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Take that frisbee.
that what is it? The frisbee golf?
Disc golf.
Disc golf. There you go. Use that.
Yeah, I'd tear it all up. I ain't gonna do that.
I hate disc golf.
I know. That is
I very much dislike regular golf.
a home defense disc.
There you go. When I was pretty little, my cousin and my dad, after school was back in session in the fall, had got called to go over and bale a field that was just to one side or the other of the Miami High School. And apparently they had been using it sometime as a driving range because that disc mower, the disc on it turns so fast you can't see them.
Yeah.
And when that would hit one of them golf balls, it didn't cut it completely in two. It would pitch it out the front. And he had dents all over the hood of his tractor from mowing over there and hitting all them golf balls. I told Dad, I said, well, I'd go over there and pick them up if I knew where that was at. And he said, you don't have that kind of time. I guess they was just all over the whole thing.
Golly.
You can sell those back to the golf course or driving range or whatever. They'll buy them back.
I have a feeling they might have been, some of them were damaged a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. Now, see, I don't enjoy the game of golf because I just don't get it. Okay. But when we
put the
went
little
to
ball in the little hole.
yes, I know this.
You
But
count
I'm
the
just
number
saying,
of times you tried to put the little ball in the little
no,
hole.
Yeah.
no. But I enjoyed and had fun at the golf putting place.
You don't have to hit a bird with the ball to get a birdie. I don't know much about their scoring, but there's some things I do know,
Well, in my opinion, which that's all it is, my humble opinion,
Oh, his humble
a
opinion.
golf course is a perfectly good waste of a long distance shooting range.
I was thinking cow pasture, friend. I don't know.
Because if I had
You could use it for both.
hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of yards, 18-hole golf course, you got the whole first hole is this, a couple 100 yards, whatever. You get to the whole course, you could have had a good, a pretty decent 600-yard range or two set up. And those are hard to come by around here. You can't find a good range around here that you can shoot 600 yards plus. And I've about got wore out and tired of shooting under 300 and 400 yards. And that's all you can find around here.
In my area, everyone would go over by Pitcher or Carden to sight their guns in because you could aim it at a chat pile that took up 40 acres and was 7,500 feet tall.
It's easier to walk around a pool table.
That you're onto something with that being a waste. They don't do that in other countries.
No.
In England, they use up every little bitty piece of grass they can get. They don't. You wouldn't do much selling lawnmowers in England, you know. But you won't sell me one either. So, yeah.
Italian would prefer it for whatever that word is. I think about how much food I could grow on the acreage every time I see a golf course. Yeah.
And the infrastructure they put in there, the crap, waters from underneath and all the dirt work,
Sand traps.
It's ridiculousness.
Bocce, is that how you say that, Lori?
Bocce, I guess.
It's a lot of work to watch a bunch of rich white guys walk around and hit a ball with a stick.
Well, let me tell you what rednecks do if they want to play a game like that. We find a field that's been baled off pretty recently, and it's all right if it's got trees and stuff in it like that, because that makes it more interesting. We played a version of softball golf, but we used tennis balls. Have you ever heard of it? Softball golf? Okay, so what we did to make our holes was we made a little square out of 2x4s, just to frame, and you'd throw it on the ground where you wanted the hole to be. And when you get, when you're starting off, you throw the ball up and hit it with a baseball bat to try to get it as close to the hole as you can. And when you get within 50 feet, you putt it like it was a golf club, the baseball bat hitting the tennis ball till you get it inside of that rack, if you will. And we done that with our church youth group a few times, and they had a blast. we went 2 rounds of 9 holes apiece, and it took us 5 hours. All the time we had between eating after church and Sunday evening church. We spent playing that game, and they just loved it. Softball golf.
Softball golf.
I told him it's too much walking, and I come to the house and got my 4-wheeler.
Oh, man.
Here's Susan.
That's something else. Paratrooper brought up that if it was just a walk with beer was all golf was. Well, I don't know what these guys were doing. Apparently they were playing golf, though, and they had a wreck in their golf cart and killed one of the guys that was with them on a golf range somewhere not far from here. And they finally had arrested the one that was driving and had him, he was going to face charges or at least go to court over it because they had this wreck. And he was, when they caught up with all of them, he was way above the legal limit. But you don't have to have a driver's license to drive a golf cart. I don't know how all that's going to work out. Family will probably name him in a wrongful death suit. I don't know.
Hello, High Country Homestead. That's Susan.
From down under.
Yes.
It might not be like, it's still vehicular manslaughter, whether you got a driver's license or not. Yeah. It's not a DUI because you don't have to have a driver's license, but it's still a vehicle. So they'll get him for something.
So, a bocce ball is a fun yard game.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Bowen says is like land pool kind of.
Yeah, croquet is what they called that whenever I was a youngster. You never played croquet?
I've played croquet.
Or you had the hammer to hit the ball with?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we took the little rubber deals off our hammer. You could hit the ball better without that. But we're rednecks, so no, don't do as I say, do.
No,
Right.
bocce ball is different than croquet.
Yeah, he said croquet is different than the bocce ball.
Huh.
Croquet, you have the little rings that you stab in the ground. And you got to like go through it and all that crap. Bocce ball is different.
So is it just like the difference between miniature golf and golf? I've never seen a windmill. You had to hit it through the base of the windmill in real golf.
No.
Mm.
Or a
There's
giant
no mallet.
Lincoln's head where it comes out the mouth and all that.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
It's more like a kind of cross between bowling and curling.
Oh, curling. That's one of them Olympic sports where that dude's got that little broom sweeping out ahead of that weight that dude flings off out there. Can you hear? I can just hear Jerry Clower talking about curling, can't you? As this guy had this big old weight and he flung that weight out there on that ice, and there was these two little midgets running along with their little sweepers, just a sweeping like the devil.
That guy was hilarious. Now I'm gonna go listen to Jerry Clower.
Yes,
Thanks.
he's gonna go listen to Jerry
You're
Clower. I'm telling you right
You welcome.
Yeah,
now.
I went down and them yatchets were tied up in the harbor.
We was up in town and Marcel couldn't get the light shut off in the closet. I said, turn the light off. And then about the time we'd get laid down where everything was quiet, then them syringes on them police cars would go off. Yeah. Turn the light off. He couldn't find no switch. High-rise hotel. Real fancy. No switch for the light. So he came back in there and he got his pocket knife. Reached up there, pulled it across them, and Jerry said the light went out, and so did Marcel.
I just snorted. I'm sorry.
Well, we didn't know until you told us. Chris did.
Now you're gonna rewind it just a little bit.
I talking. Y'all need to go back and see if you can hear that. I got to get off from here. I got some rewinding to do.
You try to knock the other guy's ball out of the way to get your ball closer to the line.
Marbles.
Yeah.
That's another Jerry Clower.
My brother Sonny played hooky from school one year and built the highway.
He did school one summer and built a highway.
He's working on one of them bulldozers. And he got one of them big Aggie steel marbles.
He done busted up the game.
Oh my
He's got paints, no hot steel balls.
He was talking about that guy that was threatening to beat him up for one.
Been in the 8th grade 8 times.
Thank you.
Yeah, he outgrowed the desk. He was overgrown.
He sat down, went to jump up, and he hung in the desk because he was overgrown.
What's the matter with you? You got ants in your pants? No, hot steel balls.
Hot steel balls.
And Jerry says, had on my Red Ryder gloves and the fringes right here.
The fringes on the back.
I snorted not hard.
I like when he like the little noises he makes. It's hilarious. He's like, whoa. That guy is hilarious.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
And the best part about him was it wasn't like the comedians now where all they do is go up there and cuss each other out. Like it was good, clean comedy where he didn't have to do all that extra crap to be funny.
Yeah.
He was funny just because he was funny.
No, I snorted. I didn't. No. I didn't do the other.
Apparently, my friend Tim from California is watching. He's not commenting, but he's watching.
Yeah, we have a lot of lurkers tonight, and
Lurkers.
that's okay.
It's okay to be a lurker. I was lurking before I come up here.
Gingy's leaving. She said tomorrow's another rainy day for more work to be done. There is Greg and Donna from Duncan Family Farm.
And I don't care.
Dadgum, how are you doing, Greg and Donna? He's Ray Bowen Charles.
Right.
Ray Bowen Charles.
I ain't
seen or hearing nothing. It's hard to chat when you watch on TV.
Yeah. I don't know why you would want to see me that big on the side of your TV. It's bad enough looking at me on the little screen right here. I can imagine on a TV. I'm sorry.
She kept telling us she was going to be in here shortly, and I'm like, is he getting shorter? And then she says he'll be in here shortly, and I'm like, is he wearing shorts or is he in short videos? I don't know. She never would tell me.
I was fixing to put chickens on grass, and here comes the rain.
Do it anyway. They won't mind.
I don't know. We got some ignorant chickens that like to stand out in the rain and die.
They drowned.
Yeah.
And turkeys. For some reason, not our turkeys haven't done this, but in the past, when my parents used to have turkeys and stuff, they were just ignorant turkeys, apparently, because a turkey will stand there 2 inches outside of its covering and look up at the rain coming off the gutter in its face and sit there and drown instead of taking one step backwards and being undercover. Like, they have got to be the dumbest bird I ever met. I don't know what's wrong with them.
I don't guess I knew it before we started growing chickens, but chickens can't swallow with their head down. Have you ever watched a chicken? It gets a little bit of water in its beak. It'll hold its head up so that water goes down its throat.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that.
That's how they drink. They did.
Yep. So, see, where I learned that was we had what they called nipple drinkers, and it was on a water line, and you had to keep raising it up so that they would be looking up at it when they pecked on the thing and got the drop of water to come out on it. If you didn't do that, they are just exactly what Jesse said. They would get water everywhere trying to drink it out of them nipple drinkers if you didn't have them adjusted right.
Chickens love the rain. Makes it easier, softer foraging.
And it pushes the worms up out the ground.
Yes, they love worms. Yep.
You ever thought about going out there and driving a wood stake in the ground and rubbing another one across the top of it like them guys do that harvest them worms to make the worms come up? See if your chickens wouldn't just go nuts. You never seen them do that? I've
heard about it, but I haven't done it.
Those guys that do that really make me look like I could accidentally be normal. And they go out there and drive a wood stake in the ground and then rub another one across the top of it. And it sounds like a rasp going across it, but all it is another piece of wood rubbing on top of it. Mm-hmm.
I saw these people doing a rattlesnake roundup thing or whatever they called it. They were out going rattlesnake hunting, and they set these, back in the 80s, they had these gigantic speaker tower looking things that had like 6 or 8 speakers in it. They would knock them things over face down and play AC/DC. And the snakes would just come up out the ground.
Did they have to play it backwards?
Or no? It's something about the bass or the guitar. I don't know. Yeah. But it's something like they play rock music and the snakes would literally just come up out the ground because it shakes the vibrations. They don't like it. And they just, nope, we're out.
There's Robert Trumbull. Hello, Robert. Welcome in. Yeah. But no, I've heard of people doing that.
Uh-oh. Help.
Uh-oh.
Help. My hand is stuck in midair. I almost touched it to my face. Help.
It looks like you're getting slapped across the face on my end.
What happened?
I put that up there blurry like that so nobody be able to tell I didn't have a thumb on that hand.
It kind of looks like it though. Like, look.
It looks like
Look
he's getting
really.
slapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you'll look deep in my eyes in that picture, you'll see there's nothing there. He's not there. He's done left the building.
Lord have mercy.
This did this to me the other day on Mike's. It locked up like almost after I hadn't been in there like 2 minutes. He talked for 15 minutes and didn't even notice that I hadn't moved. He's like, "Are you a ventriloquist?" And I said, "No, I've been stuck like this for a while now."
Oh no. Oh no. But yeah, it kind of looks like he has a thumb on that one. You see, like it's kind of like this is what it looks like.
Well, if I was in YouTube, I could leave a thumbs up.
Elvis has left the building.
Yeah,
It does. Yeah, it does.
everybody be sure to hit the thumbs up for Amy. And if you're on my channel, go over to Leonard Mountain Homestead and
Aw.
hit the thumbs up and leave a comment over there so that they know you're here, because all these comments will be completely erased and never ever be seen again as quick as the live gets to where it's not just, it'll be a video. But you can comment on it again after that, though, if you'd like to.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Greg. Greg left me a thumbs up.
Yay! Susan from High Country Homestead is getting some new subscribers tonight. That's awesome. I've seen about 2 or 3 people go over there and subscribe to her. Susan has some good content. I'm telling you, she I watch her stuff as well. So, yep. I try to do what I always do and subscribe to people and watch. And I will tell you right now, I need some catching up to do. I have some catching up to do. That's what I meant to say.
I'm subscribed to so many channels and I enjoy all the content that I do watch. If I don't, I
Yeah.
just stop and go watch something else. But I can't keep up, not even close. Yeah. However, there are some small channels that are still like under 2,000 subscribers that put out more interesting content to me than some of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Now see, some of those I have to agree. Like some of those, I'm just like, why do they not have more? Because their content is so good. Like I don't get it. And I'm like, how do we have more subscribers than some of those other channels? Because
I don't know.
Hey, help me out with this one. We've had some people come through your live and other lives that I've been in that made music for several channels and then disappeared. Haven't seen them in a long time. Wonder what happened there.
So I'm happy that we're growing one at a time. There's times where we get 2 or 3, but we'll grow when we grow. That's fine.
I know y'all can't see it, but every time somebody mentions something like that, Lori, I put my thumb up.
Can you tell? Look, he's doing it right now. He needs an extra thumb, Lori.
I can get 5 of them for $25 on eBay.
Thumbs?
Yeah. They call them prosthetic thumbs, and I guess they're kind of throwaway. Like don't wash your hand, just throw your thumb away and get a new one. I don't know. They don't have no way they hook on. I mean, like, you? No, really.
She can see your thumb on that.
No, you can't. I don't have one in that hand.
He's frozen. He's frozen, so his hand looks like this strong hand from Scary Movie. Oh, I've been off. Both me and my wife got sick last few months. Well, I hope you are feeling better, Robert. Yeah. Oh,
Well,
I haven't seen Johnny in here tonight.
no, he hasn't been here tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't been in
He
here
comes
tonight.
in later.
I know he comes in later, like when we're
'Cause he's
about to
still
stop.
doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always has to wait till I leave to come in. So maybe I'll do him a favor.
Had to start do really well and gain 10 subs overnight. But other than that, it's 1 or 2 at a time. Wanda says,
Hey,
"Cricket for Robert."
last time I checked, it was the turtle that won the race.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because as Jesse would say, that ignorant rabbit is always doing this number. It's like those
Yeah.
squirrels when they run across the road and they get 3/4 of the way. They're like a foot from the ditch, and they realize, oh crap, I want to die, so it runs back in the road.
No, I think it was. I forgot my nuts on the other side.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
What? Whoops! I gotta go back.
and they do that crap. It's so
Yes.
irritating. They'll be like in the ditch
Mhm.
on the other
That-
side, like you made it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh no, and
I gotta go back.
runs back across there, and then they're bouncing back and forth. Not even nothing. I don't swerve, people.
In a tall truck like your pickup, though, you don't. It's just like thump thump, and you're done.
No.
But Evelyn says she'd been looking into those fingertip. She's missing part of one of her fingers,
Yes.
and she says they'd be useless. Well, a prosthetic thumb would really not be completely useless because I did scare the heebie-jeebies out of a child at church camp one year. I think it might have been a Wednesday or Thursday night. We were having hot dogs. They always fix something for them to eat after our evening tabernacle. They eat supper kind of early, and so they was having hot dogs. I went in there and got one of them hot dogs, and I had it in the palm of my hand, and it was sticking up out of my hand. I had making like a fist, and it was sticking up out of my hand like a thumb would. And I went out there to that boy, and I stuck my thumbs up at him and go, "Hey!" And he goes, "Hey!" And then I went, "Oh!" And I ate the end of my thumb off. And he goes, "Ah! That guy just ate his thumb!" Running back to the cabin. They had to explain to him at the cabin he'd been spending the whole week with me and I didn't have a thumb on one hand.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yep. So that's my story. Have a great night, you all.
Bye.
Glad you got to see me, even though it's not
Yeah.
live and in person.
Yeah.
This is still, you trying to swipe me off the screen now? Is that it?
No. No.
I love you
No.
guys. Love you guys in the chat. Y'all have a great night. Talk at you later.
Good night. So Palmetto paratrooper bought a car Sunday and on the way home almost hit her deer twice. Wow. Welcome in, Lynette Lawrence. Hello, hello. I think my turtle is upside down. And Wanda is going to bed and she'll let it run on TV. Thank you, Wanda. Good night. Have a good night. My last video audio didn't upload well. Poured my heart and soul into it and has less than 80 views. I appreciate your words. Oh, you're so welcome. I know. It's like you edit a video, you put time into it, thinking it's a great video, and it could be. It just could be. and then YouTube does its thing where it doesn't put it out as good. And then on some
And
videos,
sometimes you drill a hole in a piece of wood and
and
people go bat crap crazy over it.
right, right. But I think you're doing wonderful. So keep going. Don't look at that as just, don't let it put you down, because I got videos that way where it you know it doesn't have very many views in the very beginning, and then all of a sudden it's got over 100 at times. And y'all, that every view is good for me. That's okay. So good night, everyone. Had to do last check on calf. Well, you have a good night, Musgrave family. Let's see. It will be over by 2 a.m., Wanda. I hate driving home from Little League in Tahlequah at night because I get to dodge animals and potholes for 45 minutes. Let's see. I wonder where Johnny is at. I'm not sure. Can you give me step to plot? Or the camera stop work and lose a lot of content, right? Upload to a collab. Can you give me a step to plot? Upload to a collab. Your words are encouraging. Well, I appreciate that. Like I tell everybody, just keep being you. Don't change just because you don't think that your videos are doing good. Keep being you, because you put the real you out there and people will come. Thank you for the channel link, Evelyn. Yeah. I have a couple videos that I need to edit. I know I'm up to a couple videos that I need to edit, y'all. So our videos haven't been pushed out at all lately. I know. I'm telling you. I will tell you what our last one was. Let's see. Our last video has 100 views on it. The one before that is 171. The one before that, Let's Fix the Fence, 91 views. And then when you get let me see, the Grumpy Time, Let's Get Loud, I have 567 views on that. So it's like, when I get the views, I get the views, and I know that views are what's important. Every view is important to me, so it's okay. We'll get there when I get there. Let's see. Definitely don't try to change who you portray yourself as just to please the algorithm, right? Don't do it. I've watched your last videos, Tina. Put hashtags in the title. I've went both ways, where I've put hashtags in the title and then I don't put hashtags in the title, and
I never put hashtags in my titles.
You don't edit no videos, sir. So I don't, I go back and forth. Sometimes I put the hashtags in the title and sometimes I don't. But I will put them in the description of a video, and I also do the tags. If you don't know what I'm talking about, when you go into the, what do you call it?
Stupid.
I know.
Stupid.
When you go into edit a video, I'm gonna make that screen lighter so you can see it. When you go into, this edit a video, down here at the bottom, there you see where it says tags, shorts, remixing, category, and more. You put the tags in that way, right there. where it says more options, tags. Tags are important. So I've been taught that is a good idea. Sometimes it's how you title. Yep. Our pheasant laid an egg and I got over 600. 2 weeks of building a board and barely 50.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mom. She said I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm telling you, when I catch up to people's videos, I watch them. I'll put a comment in there. And Tina, you are doing great. I pay attention to which hashtags have the most listed under them, but they're always relevant to the video. Yeah. Yes, my last 3 videos have been terrible in terms of views when they used to be quite good. Something has definitely changed. I have heard hashtag and title for shorts, hashtag and description for long form. Yeah. Sometimes is flying or crawling on the camera. Something is flying or crawling on the camera. That's a fly. I'm telling you, these flies are crazy. No, I do the tags and the hashtag in the video description. Yep, that's what I do. I also try to use CEOs in the video description when I can. So I can put tags there in the title and in the description. The tags are in the okay, so I'm in the studio. Okay, I'm in studio. Okay, and where you go to edit, that little pin where you see the title, there's a description, the visibility, if you have the monetization on or not, the audience. No, I always put no, it's not made for kids, just because I want the comments on there. It says playlist. I put it under my Homestead videos. Altered content. No, I don't have any altered content. And tags are in the more options. Look who is in the basement. Well, hello, Johnny. That's where you can find, under more options, you can find the tags for your videos. Anything that pertains to that video. And I learned that from this guy on the screen. We started doing the tag, and that's when they dropped.
So is that what's going on right now?
Yeah, like people are asking, like, for their views on their views on their content are dropping. They don't understand like what's going on, and so I told them a few things that I've learned from you, Johnny, and from Dale, and stuff like that. Just different things to try. To bring your score up and everything. And I do great on shorts, but not the long form lately, is what Rainy Ridge says.
Yeah. Getting your scores up and stuff like that are good. But finding what your niche is, finding what people want to watch that you put out. Because if you're all over the place, like a lot of us get all over the place, and we'll find out, being all over the place, you finally figure out that there actually is something of all over the places that you are that people want to watch. Identifying that is probably the best thing to identify what people actually want to watch, and then start focusing your channel toward that. But as far as the scores and all that stuff, it all helps. But I can tell you one of the things that helps the most is consistency. Be consistent. Just putting out content. Consistent. I talked to Eddie, Brandon Eddie, and he said it took a long time for their channel to take off, and it's because his what he said helped them was putting out a video every 2 days. He puts out a long form video every 2 days. So the consistency of doing that helped him. But YouTube wants to see that you're doing that. They want to see that you're consistently putting out stuff. But anyway, hey, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. And then the jar, Jesse. Welcome in,
Yep.
welcome in.
Yep. Jesse's in here. And then we got, let's see here. I saw a few others up through there that James, Evelyn, Paul Case, Lori. So Palmetto Paratrooper, you're talking about shorts there. I see that. I can tell you, if she hasn't already told you, if Amy hasn't already said it, remember in the name shorts is the word short. So shorts. Make them short.
Short.
Shorts are better than normal shorts. I agree.
Shorts. Just because you have 3 minutes that you can do a short in, don't use 3 minutes. If you can knock that thing down, try to keep it 15 seconds or less.
People have very short attention spans.
Yeah. Putting out shorts, most of my shorts do really well. I mean, they always get a bunch of views and stuff like that. But I can tell you what, even having shorts that do really well on our channel, it's going to have to be friggin' amazing before I put out a 30-second short. I mean, it's going to have to be the most amazing thing ever before it'll be 30 seconds long, because you'll lose them.
I try to upload fortnightly, but my brother passed in the end of March, so I have been a bit slack with my upload schedule. That is, a life happens. We all understand it. We go through it.
See what
So
Paul K or Palmetto said?
I got 4,000 plus views on a 7-second short of an airlock bubbling, and nobody could tell it was looping.
Yeah. And there's something to that. There's something to that. If you can make the end of your short, them not be able to tell when it ends and stuff like that, it really will help you if you can make a short like that. I never can, because the cow's always somewhere different.
Right. It's hard to tell the cows to be still. They don't listen. Well, it's like that one with you. You made a short out of me drilling a hole in a board.
Yes, that was.
And that blew the crap up. Like,
let me
it's
see.
a super up close shot.
22 seconds, Jesse.
Of a 2-inch Fortner bit. Like, nothing.
Yes.
Just
22 seconds of him drilling and the shavings going everywhere. It got 17K
in no time.
In no time at all.
Like, no sense to me, but whatever.
It's crazy.
Is it making shavings? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just going everywhere.
Yeah, that's why. That, I'll tell you what. I watched a video this evening of a guy back. He was using a wet or dry vac on the inside of a boat, and I tell you what, it was very awesome watching that. That vacuum cleaner working. Cleaning videos actually are pretty nice. I like watching them. I've learned people love sawdust short. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was, I guess.
Yeah, whenever something is making something else.
Yeah.
Making shavings is a good way of getting views.
Well, I'm gonna go start drilling holes in every darn thing I got. Like a woodpecker went crazy out here. I'm gonna start drilling holes in everything.
No, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
It's just crazy to me. Like, all I did was drill a 2-inch deep, 2-inch round hole.
Mm-hmm. And
2-inch round hole.
Yeah, it was a 2-inch.
You had a 2-inch bit.
Yeah, it was a 2-inch Forstner bit.
Oh, okay.
And it was just, a Forstner bit just throws it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but anyway, it's good to see y'all. I looked and I thought, well, Amy and Chris are still live. So I thought, well, I'll stop in and say howdy real quick.
Wow, I
Yeah,
have some
you have some
footage
footage
of.
of the sawdust coming from the chainsaw. I'll upload that as a short. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
right.
Yeah, my mom is headed to bed. So good night, Mom. Love you too.
Good night. So, but I put out a video today, and it seems to be doing all right. The It was a gun auction that I went to. Gun, did you hear me? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Amy.
I heard you. I heard you.
I ended up, if you just watch the first part of the auction, or just up to the where I say, God, like, comment, subscribe, and God bless, you will miss the fact that I end up with 2 more guns after that. So
Oh
I
man.
always like to throw a teaser at the end if I can. So, but it was a pretty good one. Pretty good auction. I mean, pretty good gun auction.
My biggest view short was 7 seconds asking why does a round bell feeder have to be round? 20K views. Wow. Connie asked me for a list of all the channels she met. She wants to sub to you. Nice.
Well, Wendy, I think you know most of us. Just let her know.
Oh, Susan, you're so funny. I saw that one.
Almost 15K using the chop saw.
Yeah.
My best short was some heifers across the fence, and Danny's standing there just, he's like, he's wanting to come around me either way, and I'm trying to stand between him and the fence. And I think that one's 2.4, 2.6 million on that one.
Wow.
And yeah, that's, whenever people ask, how did you get them subs? Well, that's how I got them subs, shorts.
Yeah.
So this video is absolutely awful and has over 28K views, but doesn't count towards monetization because it's from 2016. You mean all the views were back then?
Wow.
I only got that many views because a much larger channel was tagged in the title.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Like bigger, bigger channels, you tag them, you get more views, I guess. And I want to say, when Rusty and Rachel were here,
Yeah.
we had almost 3K views on one video, and that was because Rusty and Rachel were here.
I think my best short, yeah. I tell you what, bull shorts do well. Bull shorts do well.
Yeah.
Hi, Lori.
I did a bug out bag exercise on his property, so it was reasonable to tag him. There you go. Well, I miss them. I haven't seen Rusty and Rachel in a long time. Yeah, they stopped doing their lives on Monday. After her sister passed and everything. They put a video out today. So they're still doing stuff. So YouTube doesn't like reloads.
Do what?
High Country Homestead said Lori prepping for heaven. YouTube doesn't like reloads because somebody said, why don't you reload a video to make it a new video?
You need to change it. If you can do that, you just need to change it. You need to change the length a little bit. You need to change the thumbnail. You need to change the title, obviously. But re-uploads are, yeah, it doesn't like specific. Now I did re-upload a video and it did pretty good, but I did it from the Gillum Farms channel over to the Gillum Farms Outdoors and More. I re-uploaded it from there over to the other one, and it did better on the Outdoors and More than it did on Gillum Farms, because that was a long time back, and it was, anyway.
Yeah.
My friend reloads all the time.
I had an uncle had a shed and was built specifically for reloading, but it's a different kind of reloading.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say I'd like to do some reloading.
I'd like to do some reload.
Maybe I can find some. I tell you what, after I go into the, we went into the store into one of the gun stores the other day and looking at the ammo prices, $70 for a box of 45-70 ammo.
Woo.
I was like, I could buy like $35 2 years ago, $70 now.
Yep.
So, yep, I'd like to reload those.
I had an Army buddy drive 5 hours to my house because they told him to throw away shotgun reloading kit, and he threw it away in my shed. Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's
Right.
funny. Well, I watched Brian's video that he put out today,
Yep.
and we got to see the whole video of the short he put out of you falling, Johnny.
Yep.
Golly. And then you were like, if you're gonna be, what did he say? If you're gonna be,
is it dumb?
If you're gonna be stupid, you got to be tough.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you said. Yeah, you're gonna be stupid. You got to be tough. Yeah. So I told everybody to go watch that video because that was pretty nice. There's some pretty nice vehicles in that video, but you got to go watch it to see them.
Yeah, it was a good time, and he's got another video he's going to put out that's going to be like of the where we went on that day, on Mid-America Day. So yeah, if you're stupid, you're going to be tough, or you're going to be dead. Yeah. Yeah.
I need to go live.
Boy named Sue.
Yeah.
I knew this world was gonna be tough. You're gonna be rough. You'd have to be tough. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Boy named Sue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
But we had a good time, and he's coming back, I believe, next. I believe he's coming back in March. Hey, Marissa.
Yep, there's Marissa +1.
Yeah, I think he's coming back next March, and he's going to hang out for about a week or so with us. And so I think we're going to do the Wool Rock thing, and go up that way and check that out. And I'll probably make him go back down into the. He said, what month is it that there's not a lot of ticks? Whenever we can, go out to the woods and do stuff without him getting loaded down with ticks. And I said, well, February, March, probably. So he's going to try to come in March, I think. But anyway.
Winter.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, that is the only thing I would say besides the weather at Mid-America. Those ticks were the worst. Those ticks were the worst at Mid-America. I'm like, everywhere I went, I always had a tick on me or crawling or something. I'm like, I sprayed myself, and still they were coming.
You know why there was ticks? It's because all those leaves.
The leaves, yes.
Yeah, the dead leaves on the ground. That's just a tick magnet, and I knew we were going to have problems with ticks. I was like, whoever's
Yeah.
taking care of this place needs to, like, in February, they need to be out here burning all the way through all these trees out here.
Yes.
But they don't. We had a pile of leaves over there by Jesse and Lisa's camper that was, what, 2 foot tall, 2 to 3 foot tall over there, where Lisa just raked them away from the fire pit. I mean, it was crazy.
Ooh, found 17. Wow.
So Palmetto Paratrooper, where are they from?
They're from Oklahoma.
He
Wow.
thinks that they're by you. He was talking about going to what, T-ball or something.
Yeah, he was
In
going
Tahlequah.
to in Tahlequah. He was saying he goes to
He's
Tahlequah.
from Cherokee County.
Oh, really? That's where I am.
Good night, Tina.
I've never had a tick. Come on to Oklahoma. We can fix that.
Yeah, we fixed that.
Oh,
Yeah,
lives in Adair County.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's right there by Cherokee County and Adair County and another one. He's like
Probably
right
Delaware
there.
County.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ticks never bothered me. Must have been the ramps I ate.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody saying goodnight to Tina.
Yeah, Troy, he's talking about coming. He's coming back to Oklahoma next year.
Yep.
I'm in the Illinois River Ranch. Okay. Yeah, that's not too far from where I was a couple of days ago. We went and ate at Double R&P Gas and Grill. You'll know where that's at if you're over in the Illinois River Ranch. We had to pick up a gun that I bought at auction. So even though when we go to auction buy guns, we still have to do our background checks and stuff. So
It was nice to meet Troy. Yes, it was. Yep.
there's Red Dirt Rooster Road.
Yep. They've
Michelle
been in
Money.
here.
My buddy bought a 10 millimeter 1911 from them. I picked up a gun that I got from the auction. Then we bought, when we got there, because they had them, we bought a Marlin model 1894, brand new, the Ruger built one, in 357 Magnum. And then we bought a Marlin guide gun, the new Ruger built Marlin, in 4570 while we were there. And because I was like, you never see these in a gun store anymore, ever. So I'm sorry, Amy.
I was definitely blessed meeting all y'all. He hated to leave back to West Virginia.
Yeah.
We're trying to make plans on going to West Virginia. So I found your channel, Evelyn. I keep telling everybody this community is awesome. Like, I remember the day that we found y'all's channel, Johnny, and we were at 96 subs, something like that. And man, now we're sitting at over 1,700. So,
Yep. I remember it well.
Yep.
How long ago was that, Amy?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to look.
Year and
It
was around November, December.
Yeah, something like that. Well, it was before the meetup because they told us the meetup. So yeah, it was around that time, I guess.
A little over a year ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Monty and Michelle been popping in and out, but listening in the background.
yep.
Yeah. I'm hardly wait till I can. Oh, I need to get out there and get working on my shop. Today I went down and I was checking on. I saw the biggest cottonmouth today I believe I've ever seen, and it was in our hi Chris. It was in our field next to our pond, and it was cottonmouth mating is what it was. And so whenever they're mating, they're very aggressive. And so, but they hit the water, and I wasn't able to get them. I had to go back to my truck, get something that I could get them with, and then come back. And then I never could find them after that. But this thing was so big that I moved the cattle. I was like, man, I don't need my cattle down here getting a drink, getting bit on the nose, or getting, bit on the leg or whatever now, because I've had so much trouble recently with the cows. So I moved them to the next field over, and I'm going back over there tomorrow, and I'm going to see if I can. I know where they're hanging out, and I'm going to ease over there with me old 12 gauge tomorrow. So we will see what happens. Yeah, it would suck.
Yeah, that would suck.
It would, especially after having the cow that lost the calf, and then the things I had to do. I had to do crazy stuff on that one. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. What I had to do on that cow with the calf, that she lost it inside of her, couldn't get it out, couldn't have it. So anyway, I got that one, and then the other cow that went blind, she can see now, so good deal.
Oh, well, there you go.
Right.
We haven't had those snakes, mostly copperheads and pygmy rattlers.
Yeah, they said before we moved out here, the guy that was out here said that he had pygmies, and we saw one when he still lived out here. We saw one outside of his house, which is now Mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, I've only seen copperheads out here, and I've seen a few or handful, whatever, but I have yet to see a pygmy rattlesnake, which they said me and Dad did find a snake skin one time, and you could tell it was a pygmy rattlesnake, but we've never.
Y'all seen any timbers over there?
Mm-mm.
Man, we've got the timber rattlers over here.
Yeah.
They get pretty big.
Yeah.
I had to delete most of it when family court started, though. I have.
Yeah, Brian, he brought Dexter with him, and when he brought Dexter, and Christine, me and Christine, we have no dogs. We have 0 dogs here. We have cattle, we have chickens. We used to have pigs, but we're going to get pigs again eventually, but not right now. So he brought Dexter over here, and I tell you what, we just fell in love with that little dog. And so, yeah, I have had it, Lynette. You're right. But everything's looking up. The cows are doing good right now, so we're all good. But he brought Dexter out here, and now we're looking for a little bitty dog. We're looking for a little bitty lap dog that doesn't bark and kind of sit. we want one we want Dexter is what we want.
Except one that doesn't bark.
Dexter will spoil you rotten.
Aww.
You sit down, he jumps up in your lap and immediately falls asleep in your lap. So you don't want to do anything because you're afraid you'll disturb him. You know what I mean? So you just kind of sit there. I tell you what, I got more rest while he was here. But as far as the cows, I I think either tomorrow or the next day, I'm going to pick out I've got a friend of mine that's going to sell us a heifer. So I'm going to go pick out a heifer either tomorrow or Thursday. Because I need one to complete a number that I need. And he said that he would sell me one from out of my herd, just come out and pick it out. So I thought, well, that's good. So
Which Terry is she talking about?
Terry from MT Homestead.
Granddaughter was snake bit.
That would be down by Waco, I guess. Isn't that where they live? I mean,
I think so.
her daughter and stuff.
I don't know. I didn't hear about that. Huh. Hopefully they specify which Terry. I mean, not that it matters. There's still prayers for children, especially snake bit. Yeah, prayers up for whoever it is. So, I did talk about Pinecone Fest for a little bit. I made a banner, to show people. I only put like the information, like what days it's supposed to be, where it's supposed to be, but I didn't put anything besides that because they're still trying to figure out like what days to do this and what days to do that. So, and what to cook and what to have, and
Just come on down and we'll figure it out.
yeah, there you
There's
go.
enough people down there that got Blackstones that you ain't gonna be hungry.
No,
We will figure it out.
Was somebody concerned they'd be hungry down there?
no. If
They shouldn't be.
so, they put out a video.
I saw the video.
Yeah, and so they're just trying to figure out. Okay, they don't want to put too much work on people who are bringing Blackstones. That's what they're worried about. But
that's half the point of bringing it.
That's half the point of bringing it. And like I said, hot dogs and hamburgers, they don't take very long.
It don't take that long.
They don't take that long to make.
Breakfast really didn't take that long at all either.
Nope.
I'm just saying.
Nope. So.
Well, we kind of got a system going. Me and Tony.
Terry MT Homestead. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh. So yeah, they're still trying to figure out. They're asking people to put their input in, what they would like to see, like how many days we should go out and eat and stuff like that. And
well, they went that one place last year.
Yeah, they did.
That super tall guy.
Yeah, what is that?
What is that
one?
Did they change the name of that restaurant too? I can't remember.
I can't remember what that.
It was kind of weird because the name they called it wasn't what was on the building.
It said M.L. Edwards is what the name of it was before.
Yeah.
And now it's like something different. Like
I think it said M.L. Edwards on the wall on the the building, but they called it something else. They called it by that guy's name. And it's
well, they called it it was called M.L. Edwards. That's what the place was named or called. Yeah. But they called it. Some people were calling it his name, but the name of the business was actually M.L. Edwards.
Yeah.
And now they've changed it to something totally different, which Tags. There it is.
Tags.
Right, Tags. Mm-hmm. So they've called it Tags now.
Now, see, that was nice to go and there was a lot of us.
There was a lot.
There was a lot of us.
They didn't give us a whole separate room or nothing.
No. So.
It was good though. I mean,
it was good. It was good.
The food was great.
But yeah, I said we should do hot dogs and hamburgers. Where we bring hot dogs and hamburgers, and that doesn't take
no
long.
time at all.
No, and they were wanting to do like the taco bar and stuff. So, how is Miss Christine? I haven't heard her. Is she? Oh, she's still gone.
No, she's asleep right now. She's asleep. Well, I say she's asleep. She's in bed. Let's just put it that way. I know you guys are in bed too, but you know.
Yeah. Everybody's praying because, yeah, I just didn't know which Terry they were talking about. There's a lot of Terrys. There's a lot of Lori's. There's a lot of Sean's out there now. You
Yeah,
know,
we're
a
getting
lot of Chris's.
more Sean's.
How many Johnnies is there? So far, I know of one.
No, what? What did you say, Beth?
I said there's a lot of Sean's. There's a lot of Terry's. There's a lot of Chris's. I said, but there's only one Johnny I know of.
No, there's a couple. There's two or
another
three.
one?
Yeah, there's two or three. There used to be one called Johnny Pepper or something. Johnny, I can't remember. And then there's another one that's in the makers. You know, he comes to Brian's live. Johnny something.
No,
They don't spell it the same though, but
I didn't know about that one.
They're not a famous hat, Johnny.
I know they're not a famous hat, Johnny. How many
Billies?
Just me. I haven't heard of Billy either.
I know a lot of Billies personally, but
there's Bill and Mickey.
Oh yeah, there's Bill and Mickey.
He could be Billy.
He could be Billy,
but he just introduced himself as Bill. So
yeah, Bill and Mickey.
Bill and Mickey.
I say Mickey. It's Mikey.
No, it's Mickey.
No, it's Mikey. You just made me say Mickey. Good Lord.
That's what it's going to be.
I always say Mickey, but it's Mikey. It's Bill and Mikey.
Mm-hmm. It's illegal to kill a snake over here, but we're allowed to locate them. That's over in Australia, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I relocate them all the time, but you know, it's not in this earth. It's somewhere else.
Oh, there you go. My Alaska is Bill. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. There's Bill.
That's Bill, not Billy.
Yeah, that's not
we're
Billy.
Still good.
Yeah, we're still good on the Billy. Okay, I've noticed that people called Billy that are actually named William better character than most people who are actually named Billy, not William. Yeah. So
it's like the William Bill and the whole James Jim thing.
Yes.
That troubled me for most of my childhood. I never got all that. You know, when you're a kid, you don't really do all that.
Well,
figure stuff out.
Richard has a whole bunch of names.
Yeah, that one we're not going to talk about.
Richard has another.
Yeah, Richard. Yeah,
Richard gets weird. But no, my dad's name was James, but he had Jim on his shirt for like at work and stuff. And when I was a little kid, I was like, huh? Like I didn't get it until I got old enough to realize, learn these things. But when I was a kid, I was like, whose shirt is he wearing? Like, what is going on here? Like when I was a little kid.
A little kid.
Yeah.
Now, Sean, if I could find a really good like rat snake or something like that, I would probably turn it loose in my shop.
Right.
I don't want anything poisonous in there, but a really good, like a king snake. A king snake would be good because they eat poisonous snakes and rats and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, then you got these people, I almost said a bad word, griping about, well, you can't have them around your chickens. They'll eat your eggs. I'd feed them eggs on purpose if they get rid of all the stupid rats for me. I'd give them an egg. I don't care.
Yeah. The only thing is whenever they get in your coop, I don't deal with them in the coop. If they're in the coop, they'll come back every single time. You can take them out. You can move them wherever you want. They'll end up back in that coop. They figured it out. So far we haven't found one in a coop this year, but usually every year we find a a big snake curled up in one of the egg boxes in the coop.
Ugh. If they have eggs to eat, they won't bother with rats.
Yeah, don't have to chase an egg. It's true. True
Yeah,
story.
that is true. That is true. So, are you planning on doing another teachable live about YouTube?
Tell me what you tell folks out there, you guys tell me what you would like to hear on that. I mean, what would you like? I mean, because I've went over the things that are, I call it the low hanging fruit stuff. I've gone over the low hanging fruit. There's only, we could go over like, I don't know, thumbnails. We could go over whatever you guys want to hear. I mean, if there's
Yeah,
something that y'all want to know.
because there's a lot of people who are talking about like the views and stuff. That's what you had jumped in on when we were talking, because a
What
lot
you
of people were talking about like the views and why isn't YouTube throwing out their not like their video like they were before? And
I'll,
then of
I'll tell
course
you
we
what
had
it's
Tina that said that when she started doing tags that
It
that's
fell
what
off.
it fell off and she wasn't getting that many views. So it's like it's working for some, but it's working for none, you know?
well, I'll tell you why. Because YouTube looks at your analytics. They look at what is going on with your channel. They look at how long people stay engaged in your channel. And whenever you first start, if you start a brand new channel, okay, and you put out like content like you're putting out now as opposed to what you were putting out like when you first started, okay, you'll notice you get good views. You will get good views in the beginning. That is the YouTube learning you. YouTube is learning you, okay? As you go, as you go, as you go, as you go, they look at how much people are engaged in your channel, how many views you get, how many likes you get, how long people stay on your video. That's the biggest thing, keeping people on your video. If you have a lot of views, but people are only staying in your video for 30 to 60 seconds, YouTube is going to start not recommending your video more and more and more. You have to show YouTube that you have something that people want to see. So you've got to hold people in your video. You got to keep them engaged. You've got to put out I like to put out teasers at the beginning of a video a lot. Put out something in at the very front where people go, oh, I'm going to see that in that video somewhere. And they will watch until they get to that, and you try to put that far enough into the video to where maybe you're 8 minutes plus into the video, et cetera, et cetera. You're trying to hold them over 8 minutes. I can tell you that. You want to hold people more than 8 minutes in your video. So you have to, and I tell you, some people use that clickbait stuff. I hate clickbait. I will unsubscribe from you faster than you have ever seen if you start putting out clickbait stuff. I do not like it, especially because almost all the clickbait I have ever watched has been just normal people problems. They're taking my land. The government's taking my land. That's paying taxes every year. That's paying your property. They're griping because they have to go down and pay their property taxes. That's what that whole thing's going to end up being. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't do clickbait. So, but anyway, you've got to hold them in your video. You've got to figure out a way of keeping them in there. So that's the bottom line. And the more you go with your channel, YouTube is watching. You've got 1,000 videos. They're watching. What's their average view? You know, how many, as far as in their channel, in their videos, what's the average view on these 1,000 videos they've got? Should we promote them? When I say promote, I mean, should we keep recommending them, or is there another channel that's better that does the same kind of videos, that maybe we should recommend them? That type of stuff.
Right. So, shouting a channel out because they got great content, Yeah. I agree. I always have a question in my thumbnails.
I always have a question in my thumbnails.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it gets people thinking.
I mean, I can go over thumbnails and things like that, but I'm telling you, the biggest thing is you've got to hold them. You've got to hold them in your video. You've got to make them stay. If you can make them stay long enough in your video, the analytics will start showing that. And when the analytics start showing that you're keeping people long enough in your video, then they'll keep recommending you. YouTube recommendations, you want them to recommend your video.
Yep.
You want them to put it out there. You want to be like, whenever you pull up YouTube, you see certain channels that you're not subscribed to, but they keep popping up in your feed.
Yeah.
That's what you want to be. You want to be that channel.
Yep.
So once you hook the fish, you got to tire them out before you bring them ashore.
Yeah. So yeah, that was my question. If you were gonna do another, live teachable live, for those who had questions,
I would be more than happy to, and I think it'd be more one where it would just be questions, maybe. If we could get people in there that have questions about that kind of stuff, like Wendy. I know Wendy has questions.
Wendy, of course,
and others.
High Country Homestead had questions. So yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, Palmetto Paratrooper had some questions. So
I would be more than happy to answer any question that anybody has. I mean, I'm not saying that I know everything about YouTube or anything like that. I know what works for Gillum Farms.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done enough trial and error and test and things like that. I've got enough videos out to actually go back and look and see what works, what doesn't work, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
To finally figure out how to actually get views and keep people in there long enough. I mean, right now, my average keeping somebody in there is like 17 minutes in a video.
That's good.
So yeah, and that's what I'm trying. That's what I want everybody else to be able to do. That's why I even say it.
Yeah.
So if you can keep somebody in there long enough, YouTube will continue to push your channel.
Yeah.
So if you haven't subscribed to Gillum Farms, subscribe to Gillum Farms, because not only are they a great channel, they're a wonderful couple and very helpful. So
try to be.
And his wife has a channel where she cooks.
Yes, I know. She has a wife. Yeah, she has.
And he has another channel where he races cars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, actually that kind of, you said I've got another channel where I race cars. Well, I've started pulling some of that stuff back to Gillum Farms because it seems like the audience is following the a lot of the people that like the other stuff I do are starting to like car racings. Figure that. So
yep.
Most of my videos are 6 to 10 minutes at most. That's how long your videos are.
Yeah.
High Country Homestead, are your videos between 6 and 10 minutes
10
long.
minutes at the moment, is what she said.
Yeah.
Yes, I drag race Palmetto Paratrooper. You
He
should
has a
see.
wonderful car that is beautiful.
You need to watch the latest one on Gillum Farms. The latest racing video that I've got on there is the street race in Shakota. You should see that one. I think
Yes.
you'd like that video.
We might
But
come to the races.
I
I'm
know.
gonna-
You may have somebody else coming to the races, Johnny.
yeah, there you go.
He's local.
He's
See?
local.
Show up at the races. So let's see. That is how long they are. Okay, High Country Homestead. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to let you in on something. Your video needs to be at least 8 minutes long. So if it's 6 to 10, it needs to be at least 8. And what you're trying to do is you're actually trying to hold people for 8, because that's whenever you start getting into, if you're monetized, that's whenever you start getting into the good ads, to where you can actually get more money on your channel. So if you can hold somebody more than 8 minutes in your video, so I recommend making your video, if you want to hold them for 8 minutes, make your video at least 15 minutes long. Unless you're somebody like the liberal hive mind or whatever, that guy makes all his videos like 8.5 minutes long. But people stay in it the whole 8.5 minutes, so I guess it works.
I might default on my mortgage to do it.
Mm-hmm. If I go to a drag race, I'm going to end up competing, right? And that's what happened to me back in I think it was 98 or something like that. I used to drag race all the time. And I figured you did, Wendy. I used to drag race all the time whenever I was a kid. And then I got out of it as an adult, and then I got back into it about 98 or 99.
Just that I'm not monetized yet. So I wasn't too
Yeah.
fussed about going shorter than 8 minutes.
Well, the thing about it is you're training YouTube whenever you go longer than 8 minutes and you hold people more than 8 minutes. You're training YouTube. You got to realize that even if you're not monetized, you've got to train YouTube to your channel.
Yeah.
Because then when you get monetized,
Then when you do get monetized,
you're behind the 8 ball already.
Yeah, it also helps with the watch hours as well. You know.
Oh, well, it helps with everything.
It helps with everything to be longer than 8 minutes.
And you might, if you fix the tweaks, then that might help get you to the monetized faster than you would have.
Yeah. That's right.
If somebody out there in the chat, I see Chris is out there dropping links. Chris, drop that video link for that race for Palmetto Paratrooper.
Yeah.
But anyway,
That's
how
pretty
long
cool.
are you guys going tonight?
Just 3.
Just
Yeah.
3.
Just 3.
Golly.
Just 3.
Just
But
3. Who all's been on panel tonight?
Just Paul Case and you.
All Case and me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he found it.
He found it. It's a beautiful car. I'm just saying.
Take my seat. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I actually I did pretty well at that race. So
We missed that race, and I was so like.
Yeah, of all the races,
of all of them,
I couldn't believe it. I mean,
Dakota's like
Jimmy. I was talking to. Jimmy was texting me and everything. You know, when are you going to? Are y'all going to be there? Yeah, we're going there today. Okay, we'll be okay. Or, you know, and everything. Man, I thought Jimmy and them were going to be there, and then nope. There was no. I don't think there was anybody there.
No, nobody showed up that day. Miss Christine, she held it down, like throwing tires and everything.
Miss Christine, and then we had Paul is still live with us. Okay.
Yep.
So anyway, and I had one buddy actually, I had the guy that was helping me, that was backing me from the front. You know, he was up in front of the car moving me and stuff like that. I have no idea who that guy was. He come up to me and he told me, "I just want to see you beat Reaper." He said, I want you to beat Reaper. So I'm going to help you." And that guy was about lit. He was drunk and he was trying to help me. And I just said, "Okay." So, but he did a good job. I mean, and I beat Reaper. So he was all happy. He made some money and he was tickled to death. But
Yeah.
I just realized I was a sub to Gillum Farms. I was shredded a couple of months ago. Either way, I'm again now. Thank you, High Country Homestead. Um, but yeah, that guy, he was there for two of my passes, and I had no idea who he was. I mean, I even put it in my video. I said, "To the guy that helped me, I don't know your name, etc., etc." I mean, and then Gordon was helping me quite a bit. Gordon Laster. So.
But yeah, that was a race I wish we would have been, and
Oh, it
we
was a
didn't make.
race. It was a good one.
It was a great one, and we missed it. So,
They're having another one this weekend at Wilsey's,
oh, are
but
they? Are you planning on going or?
no. It's good. Here's the thing. Here's the thing with that one. It's a big race.
Mm-hmm.
It's been raining for how long here in Oklahoma?
2.5 years.
And
2.5 years.
you know when it's going to rain again?
Saturday.
Thursday. And so by Saturday, it's going to be a mud hole over there at that racetrack. I mean, even if it's not raining, there's only so many places you can park where you're not in the mud.
Mm-hmm.
And I can assure you the hitters are all going to get what we call the hitters. They're going to give them all the good spots. And us, like me, they'll throw me out there in the weeds. And I'll be in the mud, and I'll be aggravated and stuff like that. So I told Christine, I said, "Nah, we're not going. We're gonna we'll wait until it dries up, till it where no matter where you park, it's good, and we'll go to that one. But no, we're not going to make this one. Can't deal with it in that kind of mud. I mean, it's still we still got water 2 inches deep between here and the shop right now.
Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of water out here.
Right.
I got 2 inches of water just about everywhere.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to. I went out there. My feet never get wet in my boots. Those cowboy boots I wear, they
Mhm.
never get wet. Guess what? They've been wet for the last 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
2 years of drought, then 2 months of record rainfalls is nuts.
Yeah.
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 Those lakes are up.
You know what? Palmetto Paratrooper, we're only 2 weeks away from a drought. Always. We're always 2 weeks away from a drought.
Yeah, it wasn't
It's real muddy here, is what Wendy said.
it
Yeah.
wasn't what, a couple months ago, seemed like we had these massive cracks in the yard because it was so dry.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just turned loose.
Right.
But then it won't take, like you said, it won't take no time. And we'll go from completely saturated and the ground can't hold any more water, and to the opposite. We'll be back in just cracking open and super dry.
Dang, Chris. Texas Raider, 1.57-inch rain for May 2025 at my place. I think we got over 4.5 inches in the last 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before yesterday, we got 4.5 inches of rain. And then, but before that, we got tons of rain before. I bet we're sitting at, for the month of May, probably 10 plus inches, 10 or 11. I know we had a rain Sunday. We were in a restaurant. It rained an inch while we were in the restaurant. It was crazy.
That is crazy.
We've had 10.62 inches so far in May, is what Peter said.
Mm-hmm.
Big old crappie. I'm just kidding. I don't know what that is.
No, did you get something?
Yes.
I got something. I got to look and see what it is. I got some
That's a
catfish
catfish.
pictures.
Catfish, I know. I just looked over and saw it was a fish. I knew it was catfish. But I know who sent it. That's why I said big old crappie.
Well, speaking of crappie, I threw out in our pond today, and we've got those ponds on our place, and we've never had crappie in any of our ponds at all. 2 years ago, I stocked our bigger pond, and I put crappie in there with bass, catfish, brim, and crappie is what I put in it. And I caught a crappie today about that long out there. First crappie ever out of our pond.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, check it out.
Nice.
So yeah, Dale's got some catfish, it looks like. I caught a couple of catfish, I caught 3 catfish about what he showed pictures of there yesterday over in our pond. Stay right. April. Yep. Yeah, we've had a lot of rain. Good night, Lynette. Big old crappie, says Lori. Big old crappie.
Crappie. Big old crappie.
Yeah. Or uh-oh. We have, I saw her say hello to Jesse and Lisa. Lazy Days Head in here?
Yeah, they were earlier. Yes, they were in on Paul's Paul's side.
Oh, okay.
Yep, they were on Paul's side. And then so was Ginger, but Ginger went to bed because she said that she had a lot to do in the morning.
I call them crappy and not crappie, and I thought that was normal until I moved west. Crappy.
Crappy.
Paul is still live, said Evelyn.
Yep, he will still be live until I end the stream. I pronounced it crappy.
Crappy. I was pretty excited to catch that thing. I was like, because like I said, I grew up where that is. I grew up on that property, and we have never, ever, ever in my lifetime had a crappie that has lived in any of those ponds. We have thrown some crappie in there that we caught somewhere else, and we put them in like a 5-gallon bucket and carried them over there and threw them in there. And it's like, I don't know what happened to them, but they were never around anymore. And but now there's some in there. That's 2 good sandwiches every time you haul in a crappie. Oh man. Yeah.
Well, this has been a fun live. Like, there's been all kinds of people coming in and saying hello. I still have 27 people
At 11 o'clock at night.
At 11 o'clock at night.
Go to
So
sleep,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's right. Maybe the turtles got them. But you know what? Turtles are kind of almost extinct down there now. I'll tell you what, I went out there and waylaid the turtles. I mean, I'm still finding dead turtles. Why'd you tell me it was already 11 p.m.? It's not. It's 10:53.
Yeah.
It's 10:53. He got ahead of himself.
Yeah.
He got ahead of himself. It's not 11 yet.
Yeah, but I'm hoping tomorrow I can get that big cottonmouth. I'm hoping. I really don't want that snake biting any of those cattle.
Yeah, that would be bad. Yeah. I don't either.
Those water moccasins are mean.
Cottonmouths, whenever they're mating, they just get downright mean.
Yeah.
Just like I said. It's actually 11:54, says Lori.
Yeah, she's in a different time zone.
Well,
Tannerite. Chris saying I need to use some tannerite.
Wow.
yeah, you've never done that, have you?
Mm-mm.
Shoot.
No.
Never you done what?
Shot Tannerite.
Oh, that stuff's fun.
And they sell it at Atwood like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, here, have a bomb. Who cares?
Yeah.
They live birth too, running
They
across
do.
the net.
They do. They live birth.
Ugh.
Almost
It's
2
only 2
p.m. there,
p.m.
but
here.
cold and windy.
Oof.
Woo.
So
Cold and
it's an
windy.
indoor day.
What'd you have for lunch?
Howdy, Gary.
Which means
Hi, Gary.
if it's 2 p.m. there, so 2 hours ago was lunch-ish.
Yeah.
Now we're
Lunch-ish.
9 here, so a late dinner here. We could have dinner and lunch at the exact same time with her. You just have to have a late dinner.
I tell you what, the more tannerite you use, the bigger the boom. I know that. you can completely explode a car with some tannerite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
You can do the same thing with cow patties and diesel.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Cow patties and diesel. Fertilizer and diesel. Howdy, howdy.
Oh, yeah, there's Christopher.
He just peeks in the corner.
I know, he just peeks in the corner. There's
I
Christopher.
can do my usual.
Oh, yeah, as usual.
I heard he gets mad if he don't go to school every single day.
Yes, he does.
Just see benefits of them.
Yes, he does.
His brother thought he'd be the cool older brother and get him out of
Yes, I
school
did.
for the early one day for his
I don't
birthday
know.
or something.
I have to
And
see.
You don't have
this
to worry
kid
about
wasn't
cooking
having it.
because
He got
she
mad,
said she wants.
Mhm.
It's like, okay.
yelled at his brother and everything.
Yes.
He pulled me out of the
I-
last hour.
I'm not taking
Did you
sides.
hear him?
Not
He
a
already
laugh.
got it.
He's
He's
all
he's
explaining it. He's out of school now. It don't even matter. He's still explaining it. He pulled me out, and I only had 2 hours left.
I have one.
Yeah.
Another hour
I
left.
had
and he
one
pulled me out.
class left.
Moses went to get him from school for his birthday,
Yeah.
thinking that he was just gonna do the awesome thing, be the cool big brother, pull him out of school, and go do some fun stuff. Christopher was livid. He was like, "I am missing."
What's wrong with you?
I know, like what? So yeah, he didn't go to the meetup for several reasons. So
So whenever you guys were at the meetup, did y'all get wet at all anytime during those rains and stuff? Besides whenever Amy made you get out of the tent.
That's what I was gonna go with. I was like, yeah, I got wet about 3:30 when she made me walk from the tent to the car.
that's about the only time we got wet.
In the tent. No.
Mm-mm. Tent held up great.
Yep,
Yeah, it was all dry in there.
it did.
Well, that's good. What
Yeah.
kind of tent?
Go watch our video. No, I'm just kidding.
Ozark Trail.
No,
No.
no, it wasn't Walmart.
We got it from Academy.
Okay.
Yeah, we went and got one from Walmart, and we paid full price for it because we thought it was new. Chris rolled it out. There was mud and everything all up in that tent. And we returned that sucker and went to Academy. Yeah.
Did you learn whenever you're in a tent, it's pouring down rain, you don't ever reach up and rub the wall from the inside?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Don't ever do that.
It's Magellan.
It's Magellan.
Oh, Magellan. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't ever reach up and rub the wall from the inside whenever it's pouring rain.
Well, my poor mama, she stayed the night. That was her first meetup, staying the night.
Yeah.
And she was holding the tent saying, no.
Oh, really?
It was moving. And she's all
Yes.
like,
Yes.
that's not going to help. Okay.
So, yeah, that's why I decided that, you know, they make fun of me because I became a boot camp instructor. Go,
Yeah.
go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was launching people out of the back of a C-130 for a second there.
Yeah.
Good night, James.
Did you even read
Good
it?
night, James.
And
Yeah, when I was a teenager, I thought I was smarter than half my teachers. When I became an adult, I realized I was right.
well,
Well,
maybe.
well, we hit that 3-hour mark, y'all. So, I will look
And
forward
you,
to.
You said when we started this,
We weren't
we're not
gonna
going to do 3
We're not gonna
hours.
do 3 hours.
Bull.
Whatever.
Bullshit.
Just let us know when you're gonna do that live, and now
It'll
people
have
are
to be on. It'll have to be on like one of the Chilling with the Gillums nights. Maybe I'll do it
Okay.
the next time. The next it won't be this Saturday night. It'll be the next Saturday night after. I'll try to make up a thumbnail and get it out early enough, and we'll get people can come in with questions. If I don't know if I don't know the answer, maybe somebody else in the chat will know the answer.
Right.
But I can tell you that the whole time that you're putting out videos and stuff, YouTube is learning you.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely learning you. And so you need to consistently do
Feed
something.
it what you want it to know about you, not what it has to come up with on its own.
Right. You need it to, you need it to know enough to start recommending your channel.
Yep.
So, but anyway, guys.
Good night, y'all. Thanks for coming up, Johnny.
And
that algorithm.
The algorithm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, it's just like a
Thanks
dog.
for having me.
It's going to learn one way or the other. You might as well tell it what you want it to learn.
There you go. That's
Not
what
just
you got
let
to
it
do.
pick up bad habits all by itself.
Yep.
That's right.
All right,
Good night, all.
Well.
Bye. Well.